July 31st. I have the American Golf outing for the Cancer Society.
I also have the American Cancer Society golf outing on the 31st. And also, I got yours on the 18th, but I'm gonna be there.
Boys, these are a lot of events and golf outings.
Well, you want me to miss my own golf tournament?
Gabby, they're all great cars.
I mean, this is...
Hold on. I got this. Guys, I got this. Don't worry about it. Hold on a second.
He always...
Hey guys. Thanks for coming so fast. How are ya? Remember the guys from Randy Wise, right? The Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour.
Watch for the eye.
It's the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour. Some of the biggest names in Michigan sports. And some, well, not so much. Brought to you in part by Premier Security Solutions, Fairway Packing Company, and Swiss Insurance. Watch episodes at woodwardsports.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy, Easy Joe, my guy, Spimo Rex.
What up, though?
Yo, Chris in the TV booth, JB Smooths on the 1 and 2s. Come on in, hit the like button. Friday. Come on in. Step on in. No, seriously, hit the like button. Be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. Let's get into it. I got breaking news just before the show started. It's not even on the prep sheets, man. Apologize about this one. But John Beeline will not be back with the Pistons next year.
No way.
Yeah, it's an article from 247sports.com. It says John Beeline says he's semi-retired but looking for his next opportunity. Could he coach basketball again? It would be a very unique situation, Beeline told him.
Semi-retired but looking for his next opportunity. Sounds like he got fired.
Yeah. Man.
Damn, I feel bad for Lydia.
Lydia.
Yeah,
Oh, she's in the rain.
Walking out there and started pouring.
That's all right. It's pouring outside, right? Pouring outside. Chris, your mic was muted most of Friday.
Yeah.
Tell me, is there a take to have on John Beeline? Like, was I not giving truth? Or that's too aggressive in delivering it?
I mean, the aggression was there for the delivery, but overall, you know, I side with you. I mean, that's a common theme. I'm not going to blame it all on him because, I mean, how much do these guys actually listen to their shooting coaches? You know?
Yeah.
So I can't put it all on Beeline, but you also can't give him any credit and say that he helped because these guys were shooting much better. But you do got to be fair about the spacing and like the lack of talent that was around this roster. Like, okay, come on, Easy. Like
he broke Sadiq Bey.
These guys were working with nothing for some of their Piston tenures. Nothing. Luka Garza was starting at center. Come on, man.
We'll see after a coach like Monty Williams gets in there. Maybe we'll find out the truth.
I don't think Monty Williams will be able to help Hamadou or Killian's jump shots.
Somebody on his staff maybe will.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good three-point shooting coach versus the prior. But nonetheless, I don't even know if I want to do that first one. It feels like kind of cancel-y, so we can move on.
What was it about?
There was a graphic. Man. Do I do it?
Do it.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and put it up, Chris. So Mikal Bridges tweeted at some WNBA player. I apologize, I forgot her name already.
Sabrina Ionescu, probably.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
If we don't got it, we don't got to do it.
We got it.
Okay.
Oh, no.
He just asked her, like what's up? Like, when's the next game? And he added her. And then
Asia Wilson.
Yes. And can you read the reply, Chris?
She said, please leave me alone. We cool over here.
Oof.
Like,
I have a boyfriend.
Fam. Like, this is an endorsement of the WNBA.
Yeah.
And this is what, I just don't want to hear the complaints about WNBA not making money, the WNBA not having attendance. This is literally a fucking endorsement of the sport and her team and her in particular. And she's like, nah, we're good. I'm too good for you. I have a boyfriend. Like, bro, get the fuck out of here. Dude.
He was trying to shoot his shot.
He just said, when's the next game?
That's all he said was when's the next game. Maybe she had a good game previously.
Please leave
He
me.
might pull up to the next game.
That's
we don't
what I'm
know.
saying.
Yeah. He's trying to support the WNBA. Come on now.
And she hit him with the I have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Come on. You're not doing the sport any favors with that one.
Can I play devil's advocate here?
Yeah.
Maybe, you know, he's one
Maybe
of those.
he's inappropriate before.
Maybe, yeah. Or he's one of those dudes
Okay.
who's just been in her DMs and hasn't left her alone.
Maybe she shouldn't dress that way then. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You know?
I agree. I agree. Air out the DMs. I'm always for
don't
that.
show your shoulders while you're playing basketball. I don't know what you want him to do.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man. Just had to go there, didn't you?
I'm sorry. No, it's a fucking joke, all right?
I know.
I tried to balance it out.
You did. No, that is true. Maybe he was
Maybe you slid
maybe it was
in the
nasty.
DMs.
Yeah, she did him to leave me alone. Like you always gotta leave me alone.
Yeah.
But in that case, just do what everybody does
It's
and
like
air
the
out
worst.
the DMs.
That's like one of those things.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
The worst thing she could do is says no. No, just
Yeah.
leave me alone.
Yeah,
We're good
like-
over here. It's like, dang it. Ah,
Yeah.
fuck.
So scary.
Get the fuck out of here, loser. Ah.
Yeah. I don't know. That just whatever. I'm from
Chico
that
G says those two are actually friends. She was joking.
that could be another one.
That could.
See? There you go. But then I don't know. So I go on here and I air out the WNBA because of it.
Yeah.
And then I say some cancelable things. I'm glad to know that's the truth of it. Can we cut that last part out?
It's a joke.
Moving on from that one, Tom Miz was on the Morning Woodward show.
He was.
Damn, they get guests. What's
Yeah.
up?
What up, Maz?
Come on, Uncle Maz.
What up, Maz? Why
Damn.
don't you throw your boys a bone? Or I'm going to start dropping gummies in all your drinks.
I don't think he'd be complaining.
No.
He had a good time.
He had a real good time.
He had a
That
really
was-
good time.
That was legendary.
I actually, that night, we went home. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, we were at Dispo Hazel Park last Friday. You guys got to know what we're talking about by this time. That thing kind of blew up on Instagram, too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we were at Dispo Hazel Park last week, and Matt decided to take his first ever edible. And he enjoyed himself quite a bit.
He had a great time.
Yeah, he found himself in a laughing fit. And I don't know, he was just stuck. That shit was awesome. But anyway, did you listen to Tom Izzo on the Morning Woodward show?
I did not.
Did you, Chris?
I sleep.
I did not. I was working.
So Jeff came with a fire-ass question. Actually, they both killed it. Jeff and Sam both killed the interview.
Yeah.
But Jeff asked him about Sore Thompson and like, what does he think about him going to the Pistons and obviously Sasser as well. And he's just so fucking paisan. He's like a mafioso at the end of it. He's just fucking. He took it as an opportunity. He congratulated the Pistons and he's a big fan of Sasser. And then he goes into OT like, yeah, I just don't think kids get better there. And I got nothing, to go for college basketball. I just hate it. I don't like it. But yeah, right.
That's the GOAT.
That's some mafioso stuff.
Hey.
I thought it was awesome.
That's a power move. I respect it.
Do you think he's wrong on that or what?
Ah,
Is it boomer mentality? Is he just putting on for because he's got
he's just
a
putting
job
up
to
for
do?
it. Yeah, he's got a job to do.
That's why.
If you're really that talented, it doesn't matter what you do.
I agree. I mean, we talked about it on the show. Guys coming out of high school, like it can't be any
Holly
worse than
Berry
that.
looks good in church or the supermarket.
There you go. Fucking what a bar.
Hey, bro.
We might have to get that as a drop soon, JB. I'll put it together for you.
bar for bar.
But shout out to Morning Woodward for having them on. And then my favorite thing from this weekend, outside of at a baller ass Saturday, you're supposed to come with. Sorry, you said a good time too.
Yeah.
But
You switched up on me at the last moment.
I had not. Oh, what? Nobody else is. Come on.
Yeah.
Anyway. My favorite moment for this weekend was
I had a good Saturday.
Kay Cunningham. I don't know if it was practice or camp. I don't know what it was, but he was spotted. And, we talked about Gaines Cunningham last year. He was getting big.
Braids
And
Cunningham.
Braids Cunningham. And he has another transformation this offseason. Here he is. Looking like fucking... Is there any way you can zoom in on that at all, Chris?
Yeah, I can zoom in on
I
that.
apologize. I should have asked you for that earlier, but this is the new look Kay Cunningham. What do you think, Spinny?
Yeah, I mean, it's off-season.
Yeah.
Off-season Cunningham.
So no
He's on
big
his
deal.
J. Cole shit.
People were freaking out about that, like bitching about like people. They thought people thought it was real. I'm assuming.
That's
I'm sure
not
there were
real?
some people.
It's not.
No, it's not.
Oh.
It's not. It's actually him with a spinny filter on.
Oh.
It's been
I thought
going
he looked
around.
like, he looked like J. Cole. He's
No,
got the J. Cole vibe going.
you thought it was real?
I mean, yeah, it doesn't look fake. It's
I
not,
mean, you're not
obviously
wrong.
fake.
Well, we saw him like 2 weeks ago after the fucking.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Do you think he's went to fucking like
Maybe.
he's sick over losing John Beeline?
A lot
He's
of-
just like, oh man,
A lot of clenching.
Coach John, we really needed him.
Yeah.
And that shit was funny because somebody else quote tweeted with a picture of Koo and had the same thing on him. And I was looking at Koo's. I was like, yo, that kind of looks like my boy Spinny. Fucking full beard, long hair. I was like, he got the fucking Spinny
I don't
filter
got a
on.
full beard. I wish I could have a full beard.
Nah, you haven't tried.
I don't get shit on my cheeks.
That sounds like a double entendre.
I wish we had that one on contact. Hey, yo! Do we have that zoomed in, by the way, or no?
It's blurry when you zoom in.
Oh,
so
all right, that's all
It's
right.
not really worth it.
All right. Well, you had something to bitch about before John Collins?
John Collins got traded to the Jazz. Yeah, for Rudy Gay and a second-round pick. Pretty wild.
That is pretty wild.
Jazz now have more front court players than the Pistons, which I didn't think was possible. But, I mean, Jazz's starting lineup, they're going to have Lowry Markkanen at the 3, I'm assuming. And then Collins at 4 and Walker Kessler at 5. Like, I don't know how
Yeah.
that's going to work out. And they just drafted Taylor Hendricks. so that's another front court player.
And they still got Kelly, right?
And they still got Kelly Olynyk, so that's another front court player. I don't know what they're doing, but I mean, they got a player.
It's a salary dump.
Yeah.
But they didn't get anything.
Well, that's what it was. Is Spencer, like that CBA I've been telling you about, it's
Yeah.
scaring teams. They said, Woj or Shams, I forget who was the one who first reported it, in the trade outlined that, you know, this was in fear of the looming new CBA that's coming and what that does to a lot of those, what they call like middle class contracts. And basically, you know, we're setting up for a world where it's gonna be, you know, the top
Stars,
tier make max contracts, and then everybody else makes no more than like the mid-level exception. So it's John Collins was a salary dump for that. Are you mad that if all it took was a second-round pick, the Pistons didn't pull the trigger? If it's just a salary dump?
A little bit. I mean, I wasn't like clamoring for John Collins.
Yeah.
But if you could have got him for Marvin Bagley and a second-round pick,
Yeah, if you could have got off that Marvin contract.
I would have probably done that. But I'm not. Oh no, they didn't get John Collins. Like I don't love John Collins like that, but yeah, they definitely moved him for cheap.
I mean, this guy's been on the trade market for like a long time.
Every year.
Like every
It's like
year
Miles
essentially.
Turner.
So I mean, I don't know. I talked to you about it in the back. I feel like he's like kind of what you want Beef Stew to be. And I mean, let's report about too. The Pistons have other plans. I feel like Cam Johnson's a lock to go here. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later too. But I don't hate John Collins. I don't know. He shot really well from the three. Averages a block a game. Do you feel like this would have been the comp for Jarris Walker?
John Collins.
Maybe Jarris Walker obviously a little bit more defense.
John Collins is way more athletic and not as good defensively.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess you're right. That does suck to lose out on, especially when you see how efficiently he shoots the ball. But
like I don't hate it.
Yeah.
How much is he average? Like 37% from three.
We'll look at the contract.
On how
too.
many attempts?
78 million.
78 million
for
left,
3 years.
yeah.
But what's like the hits? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
I mean,
Divide
probably
by
like
3.
25 a
I got
year.
him right now, 25. Yeah. We're about to pay Cam Johnson. Now, who would you guys rather have, John Collins or Cam Johnson?
Cam Johnson.
Cam.
Me too. Especially like he already existed in this system already with Monty. That's what I think it is. Like there's just other plans. Because there's an article that came. If you guys don't, obviously we're gonna talk about it. But James Edwards came out with an article where the Pistons says they're willing to pay up to $100 million for Cam Johnson on a 4-year deal, and even more than that if they had to, and they have the money to do so.
They do.
And that ain't bad. Well, 25 million. I think that's like right where you expect him to be. I think it might be a little bit more than that when it actually does get done.
It's a little more, and we will talk about that because like what Chris said about the CBA and these mid-level players not getting big contracts anymore.
Yeah.
If the Pistons would cripple themselves with that, because that's pretty much the same contract John Collins got.
Yeah, but we talked about it a little bit on Friday too. Like each year, the salary cap's still going to continue to grow. You know, so that's not like that part of it stops. What up, though, Chris?
For the record, I just looked it up. Cam's career percentage from 3 is 39%.
Yeah, come on.
So
Yeah.
That's fucking nasty.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing we bitch about this team is like shooting.
Yeah.
Damn. You want to just do that next or no?
Yeah, we can do that.
You want to do that? You about that?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Then how about this? I'll tell you guys about Swiss. When we get back, we'll talk about Cam Johnson, possibly Detroit Pistons missing out on John Collins. But not before I tell you guys how to protect yourself. You got some people coming over, whether it's a grad party, a lake, or the pool. Your liability exposure increases significantly in the summertime. Let Swiss Insurance Group review your coverage and make sure you're protected from unexpected loss. Check them out at SwissINS.com or call Mark today at 248-800-4177. That's 248-800-4177. This is Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner jumper. Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Your childhood may be over, but playtime is not. Outdoor Equipment Company is your source for outdoor power equipment, sales, service, and parts. Carrying top brands such as Bad Boy, LS Tractor, Steel, and more. Servicing the Great Lakes region with with locations in Metro Detroit and Greater Lansing. For more information, visit us at OutdoorEquipCo.com. Outdoor Equipment Company, your power equipment playground.
What up, though? Welcome back to Oversports.com. I'm your boy Easy, joined by my guy Spinmo Rex.
What up, though?
You know, Chris in the TD booth, JB Smooth. The return of JB Smooth. How was that country concert?
You mean the bar crawl?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
That
Had fun.
did you any extra attention there? You know?
Any extra attention?
You know what I'm saying? Dressed like that?
No, not really, unfortunately. I wish.
Gotta be careful what you're wearing these days, JB. You never know who you're summoned to outside the bar.
Oh, my
Adam Ring. I'm just kidding.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Shout out to Ryan who did the thumbnail today. Obviously, you got homeless kid on there. I thought it's so funny that like the purpose of putting that in there is to clown people that thought it was real. And
Yeah.
Spencer goes, "That's not real."
I didn't know. I mean, it didn't look fake. Like, I mean, obviously, I could have put 2 and 2 together, but
Yeah, that's cool, man. Before we went to break, we were talking about the Detroit Pistons possibly missing out on John Collins. I was getting you guys' opinion on that one. Initially, I didn't think so just because I didn't really peep John Collins as a target. But, like, in a team that's like, we're talking about the draft point, just take talent over fit at this point because we don't know what these guys are.
Yeah.
If that's your philosophy, then, yeah, you missed out on John Collins because for a second-round pick, it's nothing.
yeah, for a second-round pick, it's nothing. But we don't need to add more congestion to that front court
Yeah. I'm with you. And then, Chris,
for that much money.
do you have the tweet from James Edwards earlier?
Yes, not from James Edwards. I have the tweet about the about the
Cam?
Yeah, Cam.
Oh, yeah, do that one up there. Maybe it was James Edwards. I apologize. All right, so here it is. The Pistons plan to make an aggressive push for Cam Johnson, potentially a $100 million plus offer sheet in free agency. Detroit can offer 4 years, $100 million comfortably, and a little bit more. Johnson has already had a strong bond with new Pistons head coach Monty Williams, which obviously we kind of discussed on before.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna happen. There's a lock.
I think it's going to happen, too. I mean, this is a guy that could perfectly fit our team. It's a wing defender, a guy who shoots on his career almost 40% from 3. So, like, exactly what the Pistons need. You can go throw a bag at him. Brooklyn might not want to match all that while they're trying to, you know, possibly extend Mikal Bridges and then looking around for people to build around him with. So, I think this is going to happen. There's writing on the wall. We already you mentioned, you know, he's already friends with Monty, familiar with the system, liked him as a coach. So you bring him here. He fits in right away. I like it. I like it a lot. Like we said, this is a guy who averages about 5.5 threes per game in his career and hits 40% of them. So, yes, please bring him to the Pistons. I'm cool with that. $100 million.
Yeah.
It's a little much, and we talked about, you know, how Chris mentioned that new CBA. You don't want to give these mid-level players contracts like that because it can end up hurting you in the end. But the Pistons still have a lot of flexibility with their draft picks. A lot of these guys, obviously, their best players still on rookie deals. They're still going to be on rookie deals for 4 years. So you don't really have to worry about paying all those guys just yet. You can bring in a guy like that on a good contract.
Yeah, I think it's a lock to happen too because the last time you heard the Detroit Pistons aggressive in the same like type of rumor mill, it was for Monty Williams, and lo and behold, they lured him out of retirement with a $100+ million contract there too. So I think Cam Johnson is going to be a lock here in Detroit, and it's the one thing we're missing. Like a lot of people who have the argument that they're anti-Asor is because they have concerns about the shot. Well, now you get the shot. And you get some length in the floor, too. So I think Cam Johnson would be huge. You guys know how I felt about having Cade Cunningham in the first place, kind of building him around him the same way with Luka, like with three-point shooters, like a stretch the floor. I think you just need that in general, too, like those like kind of tweeners, because, like, I mean, KD, I'll take him out of the conversation. It hurts to do, but
yes,
the guys you got to guard in today's league, and especially in the Eastern Conference, well, KD's gone, but I mean, Giannis Antetokounmpo, fucking Jason Tatum, like you need that
Tobias
build.
Harris,
yeah, big stud there,
fucking legend,
dude, untouchable. Tobias Harris, no one could afford to make the move for him.
Gonna have to
wow moves for Tobias Harris, so that's not happening. So you're gonna offer the bag to somebody like Cam Johnson, which honestly shoots better than Tobias Harris, and again, like you said too, played in the system previously.
And it's Aaron S. in the Woodward Sports Chat said he's still hoping for Jeremy Grant, but Cam would be his number 2, and I'm with him on that. I think Jeremy Grant would be a better fit, personally, just because I think he's a better defender. He's proven he can stay healthier, and the shot isn't that far off. I would love Jeremy Grant back on this team. It would be perfect for that 4 role, but you're going to have to pay him more than what you would pay Cam Johnson. Jeremy Grant's going to get a bag. and it looks like he's staying in Portland. I'm not fucking leaving. Like, it looks like he's staying in Portland. He's going to be there with or without Dame, whatever happens with him. Maybe that's what he's waiting for. Maybe that's the domino to drop. If Dame requests a trade, maybe Jeremy Grant doesn't want to stay in Portland. So maybe you could sneak in there and grab him then. But, yeah, if it's one or the other, Cam Johnson or Jeremy Grant, I'm happy with it. I think they both fit well. They can both play 4 and both stretch the floor. So
As much as, like, Jeremy Grant is the better basketball player of the two, I do honestly feel like Cam Johnson is the better fit just based off, like, how much better of a shooter he is. And also, like, this is a very, very young Pistons team, right? You have a guy, a veteran, coming from the previous team the coach was with who had success, been to the NBA Finals. Like, any type of vet you want in this team, it's one that was previously in that system and also had success in that system, too, to help teach these younger guys. Like, I like, this is the perfect way. And just like you said, too, like, with Jeremy, because he is the better player of the two, you're looking at $30 million. And with the apron situation, like, that's just, at 30 years old, he's older than Cam Johnson, too. Cam Johnson, for every reason, I think is the better fit for the Detroit Pistons, and I'm happy that's the situation. Chris?
I mean,
go ahead.
I don't think he's like that substantially better of a shooter as Cam Johnson. Like, Jeremy Grant shot 40% last year.
Yeah,
he
but
shot
Cam
worse in Detroit.
Cam's shooting 39% on his career.
Yeah, but I mean, Jeremy Grant's career is twice as long as Cam Johnson. So since he started learning how to shoot the ball efficiently in Denver, his shooting has gone up. You know, his last year in OKC, he shot 40%.
Since he left
His
John
first year
Beilein?
in Denver, he shot 39%. And then when he came to Detroit, he was the number one option. So obviously, it's going to be less efficient looks, more contested looks, more looks not in the flow of the offense. But then he goes to the Blazers, where he's the second or third option when Anthony Simmons comes back, and that makes him a 40% shooter. So it's not as much of a drop off as people expect. Like, I think he can be a very consistent shooter in the league, and I think he can shoot a 40% in an offense that's dictated around Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey.
I think you look at that one guy who's like, his role has been that shooter, and Cam Johnson. I think he's like night and day the better. I mean, that's what he's built for, and like averaging, I want to say, like 6 shots like in his career versus like Jeremy's kind of been like up and down all around. Like, he's consistent. He not only has a higher shooting percentage, but he's also averaging more shots on his career. Like, that's his role, and I think that's the type of role you need for this Detroit Pistons ball dominant players like Jaden Ivey and Cade Cunningham. Chris?
Yeah, and you know, this guy too, even though he has a younger career than Jeremy Grant, we've seen this dude ball in the NBA Finals. Like, this guy, Cam Johnson, has proven it on the biggest stage that he is an absolute gamer. And so I think that, again, his athleticism, his ability to create and slash, I think fits very well with what Troy Weaver and both Monty Williams want, because Monty Williams, the thing about him is not only does he get the best out of guards in his system, but he also is really, really good at providing rim pressure and just making teams feel their presence inside the paint. And so I think a guy like Cam Johnson that can slash, cut, and also shoot the three at a very high level is a perfect fit for this Piston team. And as far as Jeremy Grant goes, we'll see, because Dame is meeting with Portland today, so that could, like Spencer said, change a lot of things in Jeremy Grant's eyes. So Cam is, to me, the guy, and it's all up to Brooklyn. This is all on the way to Brooklyn. Brooklyn is going to have to match this contract if they want to keep him, and that's why I believe that this is out there, is because Detroit is putting it out there and putting it known on Front Street. This is what we're willing to pay because we think you're not going to match it. So they're putting the ball in Brooklyn's court to make the decision. But ultimately, Cam could want this, Detroit could want this, but it could end up being Brooklyn's choice. Would you guys be less interested? Obviously less interested, but would you be upset if it ended up being a sign and trade? Because Brooklyn could potentially be like, we'll give him to you at that bag, but it's going to cost you a little something.
That would suck.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it'd be worse to sign and trade than just to sign him. Like,
right.
Unless you're getting rid of some of that front court congestion, whatever that is. If it's like a Marvin Bagley, and I don't know, what would you have to? You'd have to give him future first.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that.
I'm not doing that.
No way. I know, because I think sign and trade is more like a mutual situation. You know what I'm saying? Not like we have to make this trade. It's just like, we're losing this guy, you're taking him. Let's meet halfway
Give
here.
us something.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you could get it from Marvin Bagley and Hani or something like that, I'd do that.
I could see that for sure.
Marvin Bagley contract, man, just get rid of that. However you got to do it. However you got to do it. I mean, that to me is wasted cap space. That's to me Josh Smith money. Like,
Is
get rid of that.
Is it the health thing with Marvin Bagley that people are so eager to get rid of him?
Yeah.
It's health, and for me,
And fit.
it's also just fit and
Because
talent.
he and Cade look good together.
Yeah, but it's when you have Jalen Duren out there, having Jalen Duren and Marvin Bagley on the floor at the same time is
Especially if he's not going to
Can't
shoot.
yeah, it can't happen.
The problem with Marvin Bagley is he is not big enough and strong enough to guard fives. He's not quick enough to guard fours. He can't shoot the three. He can only score from the low post. So it takes a very, very specific type of front court teammate to work with him.
Yeah.
It's just, and that's just what it is for him. He's a great, I guess, bucket guy off the bench, but Pistons don't even need that because Wiseman has a higher ceiling on the defensive side of the floor by far.
And,
I can't even think of who that specific front court member would be to fit alongside him either. What do you
I
say
mean,
about
the
it?
best of Taylor
Bagley.
Hendricks to me.
Yeah, Taylor Hendricks. Yeah.
Taylor Hendricks would be
Push it to
top.
5.
Keaton Serbaugh in the Woodward Sports Chat says, yeah, why Grant? Like, no disrespect, but we already tried that shit. Yeah, but you're not bringing back Jeremy Grant to be the number one option like you did when you were literally in the middle of a blow-up. You were in a blow-up, and you brought in Jeremy Grant to be that guy to lead your team. That's what he was on the Pistons.
Yeah.
Now you're bringing him back to be the third option, to be a guy that can pair well with Jalen Duren as a stretch four. He can guard fives if you want to. He rebounds very well. He defends at a high level, and he can shoot the ball. So
Yeah.
like him and Jalen Duren at 4-5 would be great. The only reason I'm not all in on Cam Johnson is the injury concerns, and I don't know if he's up to the task of guarding everyday fours, especially in the East.
Cam, for the record, did shoot 43, basically 44% from three in the NBA Finals, and that was a 6-game series. So, that was not just a 4-game sweep. So, look, this guy's done it on the biggest stage. I'm with you, Spencer. There are injury concerns, but get this guy to Detroit because he has proven to be a certified baller.
Oh, actually, no. I thought it was against something else. I'm not concerned about the injuries that much. The amount of games he plays is kind of consistent with the amount everybody else plays nowadays. That 66, 60 mark. Guys be taking games off. Plus,
messy situation last year in Phoenix for sure.
Yeah,
and Brooklyn.
I'm
obviously.
always going to be. You guys know me by now. If you're listening to the show for the first time, welcome to Woodward Heavyweights. But I don't know how to say this. I'm gonna go with fit. I 100% agree that Jeremy Grant is the better player. He's a better defender. You have more of a versatility with him to guard both threes and fours. Maybe sometimes the slower, shitty fives. But for fit wise, I think this is perfect for Cade and Jaden. And this is what we're missing: 3-point shooting. The guy's performing. I don't know, man. There's just more of a fit sense there. But Jeremy is the better player.
I don't know. It's because are you looking to bring Cam Johnson in to have him play 3 or 4?
4 for sure.
Okay, that's
yeah.
I don't know. I would be more comfortable with Jeremy Grant at the 4. I think Cam leans towards more of a 3 than he does a 4, and Jeremy Grant is more of a solidified 4. He's comfortable there.
At the end of the day, if you get Cam Johnson, you now have surrounding Cade and Ivy. You can have lineups that have 3 40+% 3-point shooters, and that is the dream.
Between who and who?
That's the dream between Cam, Burks, and Bojan.
Oh yeah, on the team. Yeah.
I think Bojan's gone though. I'd be surprised
I feel like
if
at some
Bojan
point.
played for this.
But there's
team
also so much value in just having that elite shooter. Like you need multiple of those next to Cade and
as long
Ivy.
as he's not playing hero ball in the fourth quarter, I'm fine.
Well, that definitely won't happen this year.
Bojan. Yeah.
That definitely won't happen.
I think that there's a different scenario last year. Can you tell us about Lady Jane's?
I will, because you can walk into Lady Jane's for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically enter for your chance to win not one but 2 vehicles of your choice, courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. That's right, one for you and one for your wife, girlfriend, or best bud. Lady Jane's open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
The Sports Marketing Agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zaniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Easy. That's my guy Spin Mo Rex.
What up, though?
Young Chris in the TD booth. JB Smooth, the ones and twos. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. We got the Pistons out the way. All right, Pistons talk is kind of dry. Unless you want to hear us talk about the same shit over and over again. Or maybe we'll find some more stuff. We'll see. But all week last week was dictated by the NBA draft.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now we're doing NHL draft. Wall to wall, baby.
Woo!
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 I can only freshly know the name because we had a conversation about it. But Chris, do you remember who the hot shot guy in the NHL draft was? By chance?
Connor Bedard?
Yeah, good shit. Chris, you did get into NHL last year. Well, JB, I can't ask you now because you know.
We already know the answer, but yeah.
I mean, he's going to be him. But nonetheless, we missed out on Detroit Lions talk, baby. And now it's time to make up for it because I saw an article that the Detroit Lions' offensive weapons were ranked 16th best in the NFL by ESPN article by, who's the name? You have beef with this
Bill
guy.
Barnwell.
Bill Barnwell. And Spinny, you got heated a little bit last night.
Yeah, man, this shit pisses me off. So Bill Barnwell's in there. Yeah, he says they have the 16th best weapons in the NFL. So I'm like, I mean, I'm not mad at it. I think they could be higher, but I'm not going to nitpick on a couple spots. But one of his reasons to this was David Montgomery. He said, and I quote, "Gibbs is likely an upgrade on traded back DeAndre Swift, but Montgomery is a downgrade from Jamal Williams." David Montgomery is a downgrade from Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams, the guy who was a career backup until he came here and DeAndre Swift dealt with injuries. Jamal Williams, the same guy who had one career season over 1,000 all-purpose yards, which was last year. While David Montgomery, I don't know, every year of his career has had over 1,000 all-purpose yards. Jamal Williams, the same guy who in his 1,000-yard season had, I think it was 262 carries, 60 more than David Montgomery had last year, and David Montgomery finished with 800 yards last year. So per his yards per carry, if you gave David Montgomery 60 more carries, he would have had more yards than Jamal Williams. And oh yeah, that was behind the Bears offensive line, not the Detroit Lions. You're honestly going to sit there and tell me that you think David Montgomery is a downgrade from Jamal Williams? Jamal Williams, like I said, the guy who's been a career backup. Jamal Williams, who just got paid to go be a backup to Alvin Kamara. Compared to David Montgomery, who is the leading back for the Bears until Justin Fields got there. You know, he's the real running back. This is just stupid to me. This is just, I don't know if he just forgot that Jamal Williams didn't do anything but be a backup until his 1 year in Detroit, where he was forced to be the number one back behind a top 3 offensive line in the NFL and was given 1,000 carries inside the 5-yard line. So that's why he scored all those touchdowns. If the Lions offensive line and Ben Johnson can turn Jamal Williams from a Packers backup into the guy who rushes for 1,000 yards and leads the NFL in rushing touchdowns, you don't think he can take a guy like David Montgomery, who's had over 1,000 all-purpose yards every year of his career, and have a better season than that? You think it's a downgrade? Do you watch the two guys play football? Do you watch the run style? Do you know how many tackles that David Montgomery breaks? Do you see what Jamal Williams is? This doesn't make sense. I literally can't pinpoint anything out of either of their games, careers, or run styles that is like, yeah, no, this guy's worse than Jamal Williams. Stop it. Stop it.
That does not
Get
make
off
sense.
the weed. Like, this is just blasphemous. Jamal Williams, he was good for us last year, but he is a backup. That's not a guy that you're giving the keys to your offense to and saying you're our workhorse back, unless you're forced to, because your other ones are dealing with injuries, which is what the Lions dealt with last year. David Montgomery is a guy that you could put in there and be like, yeah, this is our number one back. He's going for it. As he's shown in Chicago since he got drafted every year. So I don't understand where this guy's coming from. I don't know what he's looking at that makes him think that David Montgomery is a downgrade from Jamal Williams, but he has the confidence to say Jahmyr Gibbs, who hasn't played a snap in the NFL, is an upgrade from DeAndre Swift. That one I think is probably going to be true, but to say that with confidence and then to say David Montgomery is a downgrade from Jamal Williams, the dude's smoking crack. Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
You're 100% correct. I did do some homework a little bit here to maybe get how we got to this conclusion. And I think it's doing it based off numbers. And we have numbers guys. We have guys that like to go off context like you, like myself. And in the past 2 years, between the two of them, with more games, David Montgomery actually had 110 less yards and 8 less touchdowns. And that's with him having 9 more games. But for some reason, I try to make sense of it. Like maybe he had a couple injuries. But it's all the context missing from that conversation. It's like you said. One guy's playing behind the Detroit Lions offensive line that's widely considered top 3, or top 5 for sure, if not top 3. Another guy's playing against the Chicago Bears offensive line who just spent their number 1 pick in the first round on offensive linemen to help them do the things they need to do to get done. I mean, David Montgomery, I think we already know the conversation, is the most broken tackles is being drafted, the 4th most tackles is being drafted, and that's a guy you're putting behind this top 3 offensive line. You have to expect an upgrade from that. I'm a full agreement of that one. I saw it this morning, maybe pause too, I went to go back and watch Jamal's. I'm like, is Jamal more explosive than David Montgomery? I mean, time will tell ultimately, but I think he's got it wrong. I'm taking David Montgomery. He's the more talented back. He's been proven to be the more talented back throughout his entire career, and that's why he was the starter, and Jamal Williams is the backup. And as you said, that's the best line in that was you mentioned he just signed a contract to be another backup yes. Running back, another situation. So I think he's off on that one. As far as like the Detroit Lions 16th, I didn't have the full list to digress. I looked at it a little bit with JB before the show started, but like I think he just misinterpreting what this offense did last year.
And Jamal Williams in his career has 38 touchdowns.
Yeah.
17 of them came last year.
Yeah.
David Montgomery in his career has 30 touchdowns. And I don't remember the exact number, but wasn't it like 11 of those 17 touchdowns
came within the 5-yard line.
Were from inside the 5-yard line?
Yeah.
And like 8 of them were from the 1-yard line?
Yeah.
Like, come on now. You don't think that David Montgomery could do that? You think Jamal Williams just magically in year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 figured out that he's a stud running back, that he's an all-star, that he just changed how running backs work in the NFL? Like, yeah, no, normally they fall off a cliff, but no, now I'm a stud. Now I'm the guy. No, it was situation, it was play calling, and it was being behind that mammoth of an offensive line. If you give David Montgomery the same amount of carries inside in the red zone that you gave Jamal Williams last year, he will produce similar results.
Oh, it's interesting.
He is a better player.
That's the context missing, right? And because, like I said, before I came to the show today, when I looked at this immediately, I looked at Jamal's highlights. I'm like, damn, is Jamal putting his shoulder down, just fucking trucking dudes and going through them? Which he put his shoulder down. Jamal's a tough runner. We all know that. And then I went to David Montgomery's highlights. I was like, oh yeah, this guy is night and day better. There's a different situation he's going to be in. Like that was a bad take on his part. Aside from that, I did have the rest of the Detroit Lions. I'm sorry, the rest of the NFC North's rankings among this article. He had the Green Bay Packers 28th. Well, I personally disagree with. I don't know that you guys necessarily feel the same way, but how do you feel about that?
That's a little far down.
I think so too.
I know you're really high on Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs.
Yeah.
I like Christian Watson a lot. Romeo Doubs I still need to see some things from, but Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon are a good combination. I think they should be higher than that.
Oh, man, I got the David Montgomery highlights still going on my computer. You guys know once that thing was done, I was pretty damn excited about that one. Yeah, I feel kind of biased in that situation because I know personally that I am high on that wide receiving core. And I obviously have Aaron Jones and Dillon too. Who knows? Luke Musgrove was one of the highly ranked tight ends coming out of this year's draft class, but maybe I have to prove it. I don't know. What?
HJ3K. Jamal value was boosted for his team leadership. He's not better than Monty. Stop. Listen, I like it too. I like the anime. I like the crying in the huddle. I like the piss on the porch if you're a puppy. Like, yeah, that shit's cool. It's cute. It makes good clips. But in between those yards, in between the end zones, on the field, David Montgomery is a better player than Jamal Williams, and you can't argue it. It's fact. Like, there is a reason Jamal Williams was just a starter this year, because he was forced into it because DeAndre Swift, and because he's not a starting caliber running back in the NFL.
You want the truth of the matter? What it comes down to is national. It's hard enough to stay on top of all Detroit Lions stuff, just all Detroit sports across the compass. Let alone these guys that are forced to these national jobs because they work for these national publications. So like when they go to do these articles, they have to go based off the numbers. Not only they have the context, because no true human outside of Baldy, who's a psychopath, watches every single game and breaks down every single game like play tape. Some people do. Russell Brown's one when it comes to college football, but like he's a sicko. Just like I said, this guy, there's no way in hell he watched both these players and came to this conclusion. Like David Montgomery is night and day the better football player.
Yeah, HJ3K, my bad. I read that comment wrong. He was agreeing with us.
He just what he did. He pulled up the last 2 years, looked at the numbers. He know that Williams had a big year last year, but it's just way out of context. He's nothing to consider here, and that's what happens with big
CJ
national
Rose
articles.
makes a good point. He says, "How come we have a top 5 offense with 16 ranked weapons?" That list is trash.
List is trash.
And they added more weapons.
Yes.
Multiple weapons. Jameer
yeah.
Gibbs, upgrading David Montgomery.
Yeah.
Sam Laporta.
Yeah.
You know how that math works.
Yeah.
You know how that should go.
You know how 16th can be 5. It's because of Jared Goff is carrying this Detroit offense.
You're right.
Carrying it.
You're right. Yeah, for this offense to be top 5, you know Jared Goff was at the helm of
Ben
it.
Johnson should be listed as a weapon for Detroit.
He should be listed as a motherfucking
He's
weapon.
probably
He
the
is.
best weapon they have.
Man, you got me excited for this next topic, too, because I did some more digging on the Detroit Lions offense this weekend. Actually, I didn't do some digging. The video popped up on my feed. Shout out to the algorithm, and it broke down the Detroit Lions offense from last year, and I was thinking, damn, Jameer Gibbs is added to this.
Mhm.
And I can't wait to talk about that when we get next. But not before I tell you guys about Randy Wise Automotive Team.
Randy.
Because right now, you have the opportunity to join their golf tour and golf the likes of Spinny, Mo Rax, Chet Raxter, freaking Darren McCarty, Braylon Edwards, even the real Chris Pilati might be there.
Not the fake one.
The real one. So make sure you guys stop by any Randy Wise Automotive Team location for your opportunity to join the Celebrity Golf Tours. Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. And boys, yes, my guys, speak. Sorry, I forgot that I didn't mention our fucking little ats. Volunteer name. Spin.
Shout out.
Spencer Raxter. I'm sorry.
Uptime.
Matt. At Spin Mo Rax. You find him at?
Check it out.
Young Chris, JB Smooth. So this weekend, maybe I should have remembered who this YouTuber was, but it's along the lines of the same article that we read off The Athletic from Tim Wynn or Young, whatever the fuck you say his name. And if you want, Chris, you put up the first graphic. It's kind of based along the lines of like how genius this offense is. And we went over this before the Washington Redskins game last year, or I'm sorry,
Whoa.
What's their name? Washington football team?
Commanders.
But didn't lose the copyright? You think that's going to change?
The Commanders.
You think they're going to change because of that copyright situation?
My dad always makes the joke. He's like, they should just change their logo to a potato and stay the Redskins. Yeah, says it every time.
I'm gonna be saying those jokes one day. I already used to say them sometimes.
Oh yeah.
But nonetheless, man, this offense. Actually, don't worry about putting it up yet, Chris, because I do want to talk about it a little bit. Because like we've been over this. They come out those toit formations. One of the reasons that Jamal Williams was able to get down and dirty in those red zone situations. They have one of the best offensive lines. And then what would happen? And if you want to throw it up now, Chris, is they would spread the field then afterward. After they had one series of just pounding the ball down your throats.
Hell yeah.
And then the next series, what they do, they run up that same formation, and then Jared Goff calls an audible, and they spread out the field. And right now, as you see, the tight end as a receiver, but look at who's covered him, a linebacker. Defense says, fuck, we're fucked. Another situation, we got linebackers covered a receiver on the slot right there too, and they have a running back outside. Nasty. You think about who they just drafted in the first round. Jahmyr Gibbs. Offenses like to utilize running backs as wide receivers and mix match them whoever's guarding them. Because here's the other one. Throw the other one up, Chris. Defense is now aware of this, right?
Yep.
They're like, fuck. All right, they're not going to get us next time. Instead of having that many linebackers, let's throw another DB out there.
And then they bring it tight.
Like a fucking tiger.
Yeah.
And I'm watching this video. I'm like, damn, man, Ben Johnson's
like
nasty.
A Swedish nun.
Like, I can't wait to do this with David Montgomery. And then I was like, Jahmyr fucking Gibbs.
Jahmyr.
A guy where you look at his strengths, and one of them is being a wide receiving / running back.
Go back to that last
The
picture.
second one?
Yeah, the last one. Because I'm pretty sure this is the play. Yeah, because that's Josh Jackson back there. Or Justin Jackson. When J-Mo threw the block.
Yeah.
And Justin Jackson got the touchdown off of it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So it's, man, you stretch it out, and then you bring it back nice and tight. And then you stretch it out, and then you bring it back nice and tight. And that's how you get the mismatches. That's how you get defensive backs in the box. That's how you get linebackers out in coverage against Amon-Ra St. Brown.
That's what you do to the box.
Barbecue fucking chicken. You stretch that box out, but you like it nice and tight. Average. And I'm excited to see that too, man. This guy, Ben Johnson, is a legitimate wizard. We've heard people call him geniuses. We've heard opposing defensive coordinators say it's so annoying to deal with his schemes and his lineups because of shit like this. Like when you run, I remember, it's off topic, but in high school it was called Harley Backfield, where me and one of our other offensive linemen would be lined up as fullbacks and we'd lead block.
Yeah.
And our coach called a regular play, but we had the Harley Backfield set out there. So I went out to fucking slot receiver and hit a nasty move and was wide open in the end zone, but our quarterback got sacked because the two best offensive linemen are running routes. But it's like these people don't know what to do. They don't know what to do when you come out with double tight, running back, fullback, break, and then you split up and you got both tight ends wide.
Yeah.
You got linebackers out there in an island, like, oh, what the fuck? I got to cover an open space.
Yeah.
And then they're like, all right, fuck that. We'll bring in defensive backs, and then you tighten it up, and you have your fucking wide receivers throwing slam blocks, taking dudes out on the side. You run the running back off their ass. Like, it's just keeping the defense on their toes.
Yeah.
Like I said before, Ben Johnson loves doing that where he builds up something. He runs this play, he runs this play, he runs this play. So that in the third quarter, you run that play, you give them that look, they bite on what you've been doing all game, and then you run something off of it with an opposite action off the back end, with Brock Wright coming across the middle to take a fucking 6-yard over route 50 yards for a game-winning touchdown.
Yeah.
Like you build off of what you've done, and now that you have these pieces that are so versatile, like a Jahmyr Gibbs, like a Sam Laporta, that can do a lot of different things, it just opens the creativity and that evil mind of Ben Johnson to give nightmares to defensive coordinators.
That's literally what it is. He has more weapons to work with. Like, that video was all based off everything he's seen out of last year. You could arguably make the argument that there's upgrades. And if not upgrades as like an individual player, like maybe you want to say DeAndre's a better running back when healthy. Maybe you want to say whatever people want to say about Jamal Williams. But as a weapon, Jahmyr doubles. He moonlights as a wide receiver. So for this system specifically, that's a better weapon for the evil genius Ben Johnson to work with. And as you said, too, you mentioned Sam Laporta. Like, maybe we're talking about this a little bit later, and we still will. It's, George Kittle, one of the league's best tight ends, had some comments made about Sam Laporta, but some of them were based off like facts. This guy's cold at route running. This guy's cold at making moves after the catch, and it's another weapon you're adding on. You look at the offense that was very, very, very fruitful to the tight end position last year. 12 touchdowns on the tight end room, and about Shane Zylstra, 3 touchdowns in one game, only 60 yards in the season. The dude barely played. So if you have an offense that's already given that type of production to like all due respect to Shane Zylstra, I love him when he's out there on the field, but like not somebody in this league. When you bring in a second round pick that was widely regarded in some mock drafts being a first-round pick and Sam Laporta, and you have him running those same routes and maybe even doing more. Like when you spread out the field, like that's just so much more dangerous.
Yeah.
And when you have a quarterback like Jared Goff, who's not making the prettiest plays, like that's what you want with him. And Jared Goff, all credit to him, he makes the fucking plays with those guys too. This offense is gonna be even nasty this year. Ben Johnson's about to get down and dirty. I can't wait.
Yeah. You got a lot of different things that can happen, a lot of different players you can put in a lot of different situations. Because David Montgomery can catch the ball out of the backfield too. Like, don't forget that. He's no Jamal Williams who just runs in a straight line. Like, he can catch the ball out of the backfield. And he can make some things happen in the passing game along with Jahmyr Gibbs. So I'm extremely excited to see the type of action that Ben Johnson will be building off of some of these play sets with multiple tight ends who can all do different things. We saw how much he liked getting involved, Shane Zylstra and Brock Wright, and now on top of that you have two guys who probably have better skill sets in James Mitchell and Sam Laporta coming into this team.
I was just going to mention that too. Like, you're looking at those sets where they're going out wide and you have multiple tight ends running actual routes against like DBs. Like, James Mitchell's a former wide receiver. James Mitchell, you go watch his highlights from Virginia Tech, dude's making like plays. I'm talking about like where like the 50-50 ball is his go-to. You know, if two guys are up in the air, I don't care if it's a DB or a linebacker, James Mitchell's coming down with it because he's just a dog like that. And you saw a little bit of him last year too. And that little bit was his rookie year. We argue about it back and forth all the time, what type of production we're going to see out of Sam Laporta, because the rookie tight ends don't usually have that type of production. But you have James Mitchell, who showed you a little bit of promise last year, both in college and on the actual field. It's his second year too. I don't want people to forget about him. Like, I could see Sam Laporta getting more of those like the yak situations where he's getting you in good situations. For David Montgomery to have those Jamal Williams-esque touchdowns, 5 yards in and out. But even as like a red zone threat itself, James Mitchell's that too. Like, it's going to be nasty out there. I know I said top 7 was my pick for the Detroit Lions offense. I'm actually going to stick to it. Fuck, I ain't going to change up that one. But what? Fingers crossed for what?
Not fingers
that
crossed.
doesn't.
5 stars.
Oh, puss.
You're puss.
That's all right.
And
what do you got?
Tighten that up. Don't spread it out.
My shit blown up. What? Fuck you mean? Boy? I been getting that money. I'll make this bitch sing right now.
I think they could be top 5 again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JB, you want on this? Hey, did you just get excited fucking after that?
I mean, I'm not excited to do whatever hand movement you guys just did up there, but yeah. I mean, I don't know. That guy is definitely like missing a lot with this offense, of how much this offense has improved. But to have him so low like that, I just don't understand. Like, we're constantly getting, I guess, shitted on more and more in the media for some reason somehow. But we're doing all the right things to help improve this team.
They hate us because they ain't us.
I guess I just don't understand this. Like, when will we ever get some respect? Will it be?
Hate it and they ain't us.
Will it be when we're division winners? Will it be when we're in the NFC Championship? Will it be when we're in the Super Bowl? Who knows? Even then, they'll probably be like, oh, they're not gonna make it back again. They can't repeat. They can't do this. So it's like, come on now.
Yeah.
It's with everybody with a microphone. Everyone has like everyone that can be clipped. Which I guess you can be clipped. It's the ones like talking about your article. But everyone that is in front of a microphone can be clipped if they say something stupid and replayed. And that's obviously easier content to consume than the rest of fucking reading, because America has an 8th grade reading level.
Yeah. They
say the truth. They show respect to the Detroit Lions. These other motherfuckers, these fucking nerds that just write their articles, they're the ones disrespecting Detroit Lions. And it's because they can hide behind the fucking paper. They're not fucking here saying it in front of a mic. They're pussy.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Scared.
Scared.
They're not ready for this new era of Lions football.
Chris, you got anything on this one? I see you smiling there. What's going on?
Oh, I was just thinking in my head of the 21 Savage. Pussy. Ad-lib.
It's scary when
Great
you're in your
ad-lib.
head, Chris.
What's that?
It's a scary place to be.
In Chris's head?
Inside your own head. The dark depths of Chris's mind.
It's kind of like dark depths of Ben Johnson's though too. Maybe Chris got some genius in there.
Have you ever seen?
Doubt it.
I think it's in SpongeBob when Patrick talks about going in the depths of his mind, and it's like a monkey playing the cymbals. That's Chris.
My only because we're talking about minds and SpongeBob. One of my favorite episodes of SpongeBob is when he has like the little fucking SpongeBob's like running the office, like in his head, like what he says and shit.
His name? We forgot you threw out his name.
Yeah.
The fork on the left.
Well, as a kid, I remember thinking like, is that how it is? Is that what's going on in my head right now?
Beef Wellington?
I thought that too.
Yeah. That should be cold if it was. Maybe it really is, because I mean, microscopic, like tiny, like all that shit. We don't know what it looks like. We can't get close.
I know that's not what it looks like. I do. I can tell you with confidence that there's not tiny U's running around in your brain.
I'm gonna go with science.
Yeah, I'm a man of science.
That's fair. JB, where does this offense finish next year?
Where does it finish?
Yeah.
It has to be top 5.
Top five.
Top 5 all day.
All right. I'm going top 7. Just be safe. You don't expect that, Jared Goff.
Top 7? Yeah, but you can't. You really expect him to fall off that hard? You don't expect a similar season to last year?
Similar, that's why I say 7.
If
7
it's
ain't
similar,
bad.
it should be similar where they were, which is 5. Top 5.
I think they're like, what, 3
Yeah.
or something, aren't they? Yeah. But
Say it.
7 ain't bad.
Say Jared Goff's going to be an MVP candidate.
7 ain't bad. I'll say this, actually. He might have more touchdowns because
He's
that
definitely
defense.
going to have more touchdowns.
That defense could give him a lot more opportunities.
And
a lot
he'll have
better
more
field.
interceptions, too.
Yeah.
But not, like, drastically more. It's not like he's
You
just
know
going to
what?
throw 16 interceptions out of nowhere.
Say it with your chest.
I think he'll be at, like, 35-10.
Yeah, that's fair. Maybe less yards. I'm thinking just because of
I think
the
he can get to
defense.
5,000 yards.
Get him in better field position.
That's true.
And then running the ball a lot more. But he did get yards for the yak shit, too.
Yeah.
Which Jameer and Laporta, yeah, going to bring him, too. Top of J-Mo when he finally gets healthy. And they actually have a little bit of rapport now, too. I got to tell you guys something. Last week, we had a great time at Dispo in Hazel Park. Next week, it's going to be even bigger and better because it's going to be at the home location of Dispo. It's Dispo Romeo. The entire family will be there June 30th for all 4 shows from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. We're there. There's going to be free food. There's going to be free pre-rolls. And the heavies. And music. The DJ. It's going to be an actual fucking party there. I'm telling you guys. We're there all day. Brace yourself for an unforgettable journey at the pinnacle of cannabis excellence. Located at 100 Schaefer Drive, Romeo, Michigan. See you there this Friday, June 30th, for an all-day live event at Dispo Dispensary, your local cannabis plug. This is Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Starts, Detroit's winning sports network.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
Make sure it's seen and heard. Jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
What up, though? Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. I'm Easy. That's my guy, Spinmo Rex.
What up, though?
It's @SpeakeasySports_ @Spinmo Rex. Young Chris, the real Chris Palatti, and JB Smooth JB up next. Make sure you guys hit that like button. If you guys missed a live stream, make sure you catch us on any audio platform. Make sure you give us a 5-star.
5-star.
That means the fucking world to us.
How
We
many,
appreciate you
Chris?
guys.
5 stars.
5 stars.
5.
Before
be a star.
we went to break in the last segment, we kind of talked about some praise that George Kittle was given to his fellow Iowa tight end Sam Laporta, who's now with the Detroit Lions. What podcast was he on? Is this
I'm not sure.
This was one of the underdog fantasy ones, maybe. Nonetheless, we have the clip right here.
And Laporta's going to be fantastic. I think Laporta's the best tight end in the draft class. I think Lions got his complete steal. I like the other tight ends too. But like, I spent 2 weeks training with Sam Laporta, and like the way he moves.
He's got the dog.
Oh yeah, he's got the dog. He's kind of quirky. He's kind of goofy too. Like he's going to fit in well.
Do you know?
Okay.
He's on Barstool.
Yeah.
I wish they didn't let
Big
him.
Cat sounds like Jason Kelsey, kind of. Because I thought that was Jason Kelsey
I don't
before
know.
he flipped over.
But nonetheless, I wish they didn't interrupt him. I feel like he's going to go more in depth, like his explanation of like Sam
Yeah.
Laporta, which I would have loved to hear.
He's got
'cause-
the dog.
Yeah, come on, dude. Fucking A, let him talk.
Yeah.
I feel like he's about to start saying like a lot of stuff we've already been saying about the yak. I mean, the stuff you already seen as soon as you put on his highlights.
Yeah. He's a George Kittle type of player. Like that's, it's easy, white Iowa tight end. It's easy to make that kind of comparison, but
It's
that's
easy, babe.
the type of player George Kittle is when you get the ball in his hands and he's fucking running, he makes people look stupid in open field, and that's what Sam Laporta's good at, is breaking tackles, getting away from tacklers, and making plays after he gets the ball in his hands. So I'm excited to see him. And he's a Paisan. Oh, Sammy Laporta, huh? This guy. I'm excited for him. I just want to see him go out there and make some plays, man. I know I'm higher on him than you are. D-Mac.
No, I don't say that.
D-Mac,
I don't expect much out of the rookie year. I'm not putting like unfair expectations on him.
I don't think unfair expectations is matching what T.J. Hawkinson did his rookie season.
What T.J. Hawkinson did his rookie season's rare. You got Kyle Pitts was taken 4th in this league in his draft class, and he didn't put up what T.J. Hawkinson did in his rookie season. That ain't happening often. What are you looking up? You're leaving me here. You leave me drowned.
Yeah, keep talking.
What are you looking up?
I'm looking up
his rookie numbers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I think that was a big expectation.
32
man.
catches for 367 yards and 2 touchdowns.
That's all he did.
Yeah.
I thought it was 500
That's what StatMuse said.
for his rookie season.
Yeah, 32 catches, 367 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Dang shit.
Yeah.
But again, I'm still limiting it. I still know that was a lot. Again, Kyle Pitts. What did Kyle Pitts do his rookie year?
Kyle Pitts, his rookie year, went for 68 receptions for 1,026 yards and a touchdown.
That's his rookie year?
That's his rookie year.
Damn, it felt worse.
He's a Pro Bowler his rookie year.
No, fuck, he wasn't.
Yes,
well,
he
actually,
was.
yeah, I don't care about the Pro Bowl stuff anymore. But after last year.
Over 1,000 yards. I'm not expecting that.
Jesus Christ.
But I expect around 40 receptions, 500 yards, 6 touchdowns.
How much?
40, 506.
40, 500
40
yards.
receptions,
Yeah.
500 yards, 6 touchdowns.
There's a lot of weapons on this team, man.
There is.
I don't know if he's going to be getting all that. Jameer, Amon-Ra, J-Mo when he comes back. I'm going to start showing some respect and mention Josh Reynolds, too. He was one of the more consistent guys over last season.
Well, Marvin Jones.
Marvin Jones. I don't know what to expect out of him. I really don't.
I don't either.
Not in like a disrespectful way. I just don't know what
does he have left in the tank?
Mm-hmm. Is that bad on us?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, he showed last year he can still do some things. So until Christian Kirk started popping off, and then he kind of took a back seat.
Yeah, I just feel like there's a lot.
But I think he can make some noise especially in the first 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm. I'm not necessarily saying like Sam's gonna be bad. I'm not saying he's gonna be bad at all. I just don't know how what kind of numbers you see.
I guarantee he puts up better numbers than T.J. Hawkinson did his rookie year.
Do you have a bet on that one?
I think so, yeah.
For pizza or something?
Yeah.
All right. I ain't forgetting. I like that one.
362 yards. 367 yards.
What?
T.J. Hawkinson.
Yeah. We gonna see. I'm not too sure about it. Speaking about another young Detroit Lion, this did come out, Chris. If you want to put up the top 10 safeties, I was curious about this because you guys know me. You're high on Sam Laporta. I'm high on Kirby Joseph. That's a guy we've seen infield, already in a Detroit Lions uniform, putting up numbers, putting up highlights. And this came out, I believe this is CBS Sports, the top 10 safeties for the 2023 season. You have Derwin Jones taking number 1 spot. No, Derwin James. I said Jones. What did I just say? Derwin James taking up number 1 spot, which I actually agree with.
Yeah, he's a dog.
Number 10 in the list with Kyle Duggar. No Kirby Joseph in the top 10. And I expect to see it there. We had this conversation. He's actually going to be in the Pro Bowl. But is Kyle Duggar nice like that? Is Kyle Duggar over Kirby Joseph in your book? I'm not even too familiar with this guy's game. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Let me look up his stats.
How long has this guy even been in the league? I wonder if Lucas is still here. There's a random safety out there that Lucas is in love with. I think he plays for the Ravens, though.
He's been in the league for 3 years. Last year he had 3 interceptions, 2 touchdowns, forced fumble, 8 pass defenses, 78 tackles. So, yeah, he's pretty good.
I don't have any beef with Kirby not being on this list. But my question is, you want the list back up there real quick, Chris, is how far is Kirby from replacing one of these names?
I think Kirby could be at least 8.
Antoine Winfield?
By next year.
Yeah.
By the end of next year, I think he could be top 8.
JB, you pull up Antoine Winfield's stats? Tyrann Mathieu is jumping him too.
Yeah, Tyrann Mathieu's kind of
getting up there.
He's getting up there, yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to pull his numbers up. I know JB's looking up Antoine Winfield.
I think Buda Baker falls down too because
defense is
Cardinals
not going to be
suck. Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's not going to be great at all. You got those numbers on that, JB?
Yeah, I got it. From this past season, he had 80 combined tackles, 16 assists, 4 sacks, 1 interception for 15 yards.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I wonder, this is the part I do hate about the safety position when you're ranking them is can we just do free safeties or strong safeties, or we're just going straight safeties?
It's just straight safeties.
Just straight safeties?
Yeah.
Do you think Kirby could break the top 10 after the next year?
Yes.
I think so too.
Yeah, for sure. If he continues to produce like he did last year, which we don't see any sign of him slowing down, and realistically he can outproduce what he did last year with the improvements on the defense and him just getting another year under his belt, learning the scheme, learning the NFL, being more comfortable back there, having a tandem with Tracy Walker, having a guy like Chauncey Gardner-Johnson to learn from. I think we could see him at 8 next year.
The chat actually has probably making the best point between the two of us right now. No CJ GJ on that list.
Yeah.
That does feel kind of strong. He's kind of consistently been like pretty fucking good. Last year led the league in interceptions. And how's Kyle Duggar make the list over him in that situation?
I'm not sure. Maybe they are looking at him more as a
maybe it's just like
slot, but
yeah,
because he only played safety last year.
That's true. He's more of a nickel.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Safety. It was his first year playing safety last year.
That's fair.
But
all
he did
that,
have
that makes more sense.
You know, he had a fantastic season, but he was playing corner.
Hold on, I'm pulling the list back up because I just want to see like if how many of these guys I'm taking over CJ GJ.
I'd take Derwin James, Minka Fitzpatrick, Justin Simmons over CJ GJ.
Yeah, and maybe that's all I know of Hufanga. Kevin Bernard used to be a fucking dog, but he's getting up there too. I don't know if he's still out there. Actually, I'm gonna look up his numbers from last year. Cause I'm sitting here talking about Kirby.
Yeah.
I'm disrespecting fucking CJ GJ my
But
damn
again,
self.
like he's only played safety for 1 year.
Yeah.
So it's not crazy that he's not on that list because he's
No,
probably
I'm not expecting.
He's probably not going to
you're
play
talking about
safety next
CJ
year
GJ.
anyways.
How many interceptions does this guy have? I'm looking at Byard, 4 interceptions. I mean, that's still pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
This actually might be a tough list to crack. Because even Tyrann Matthew still had a dog-ass year last year, too.
No, Kirby's going to be on that list next year. I guarantee it.
Who's more likely to be on that list next year, Kirby or CJ GJ?
Kirby, because CJ GJ is going to play nickel.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see Antoine Winfield definitely dropping off that list. Give me that. Give me that all day. I don't think he's far. I think he's 1 season away from being on the list.
Yeah.
He deserves to be on that list.
I mean, it was his rookie season. It's not disrespect that he's not on there. And
Yeah.
Guys have done it consistently for a couple of years in the league. They're going to put them ahead of him.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to take a disrespect article at all. I'm more so just saying, like, how far is it? Does it put it in, like, a sense of reality now you're looking at, like, the other top 10 safeties in the league? It's like, damn, are we allowed to say Kirby's better than that yet? You know? Which I do feel comfortable saying that he's going to be better than Antoine Winfield Jr. I know that he had one hell of a year during that Super Bowl run. The numbers that JB, can you guys tell about JB? His numbers?
His numbers? Yeah, give me 1 sec.
My bad. Those didn't feel enough to say that he's for sure better than Kirby Joseph.
Yeah.
All right, so 16 assisted tackles, 4 sacks, 1 interception for 15 yards.
Yeah, like that ain't even... How many does have combined tackles on there?
Combined is 80.
80? Because, I mean, tackles is just like it's there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Same thing with linebackers, too. You can bring up, he had this many tackles. It makes him good. Like, I always look at, is his pass deflections on there, JB, actually? Pass deflections of what I've been looking at?
should be on there.
Yeah, shit like that, I guess, is what I look at for my measurement for, like, linebackers and safeties, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm going to ask the chat. I'm going to make a poll. Because I do feel kind of crazy. But in the same sense, no, not at all. Pretty confident it's going to happen. When we get back to the NFC Power Rankings, we're supposed to do this one on Friday. I didn't get to see the rankings. Chris, if you want to look at that during the commercial break, I'll go a little bit early for you. But before we do that, Spinny, you mind if you tell us about Guardian Alarm?
I will, because Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and know a Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology has been proven to work, and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800
Stay Out.
That's 1-800
Stay Out,
and let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically enter for your chance to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice, courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. That's right, 2 cars, one for you, one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime, sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Let one of our talented, award-winning stylists make you look handsome and clean. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
For Detroit, by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live at WoodSports.com. I'm the easiest, been more Rex, young Chris, JV Smooth. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. Make sure you guys check us out on all audio platforms too, where you leave a 5-star review.
5-star.
5-star. What?
Jeb Large put in the Woodward Sports chat talking about the defensive backs. Think of how many different lineups we could put on the field, and I just thought of like knowing you've got like Chauncey Gardner-Johnson and Kirby Joseph back there. Imagine like the corner blitzes.
All right.
Imagine like a corner blitz from Cam Sutton or Jerry Jacobs or Emmanuel Mosley, who's a heavy hitter, knowing you've got CJ or Kirby Joseph who can cover so much fucking ground that they can get over to that receiver so they can be impressed, and then as soon as the ball snapped, just right to the quarterback. Kirby or Chauncey covers over top. Cam Sutton, Jerry Jacobs, Emmanuel Mosley blowing up the quarterback.
I mean, you talk about that too. I mean, there's even more alongside that. Charles Harris, who had like a 7-sack season like 2 years ago, is coming back. Romeo Okwara is coming back. I think you have a full off season for Josh Pascal. Had the season last year too. Kamish had a freaking cast on his arm.
Yeah.
James Houston.
That fucking what does he call it? NASCAR package.
Yeah, all defensive ends on the D line.
Yeah. James Houston.
All pass rushers.
Romeo Okwara, Josh Pascal, Aiden Hutchinson.
Man,
like, that would be fucking nasty.
All 22 films. Shout to him. He still rocks with us, but. He's been doing a lot of Detroit Lions breakdowns, and he did another one on James Houston, and he's really high.
Dude, James Houston's a fucking freak, man. He's a freak of nature.
Yeah.
Like, the bend he gets, I know we talk about it all the time, but you can't teach that shit. It's not fucking easy.
No.
Like, I had a couple moves when I was a defensive end that got me some good sacks, but, like, that kind of bend already with his size keeps him away from those fucking big, ugly tackles, and those are the hardest people to deal with. I remember, like, I was a big, ugly tackle, and fucking dealing with quick, smaller defensive ends is way harder than a full size like a Romeo Okwara or an Aiden Hutchinson, because it's like boxing, man. It's just a change of pace. You hit him with a quick left, and you throw in James Houston after he's been guarding Romeo Okwara for 2 series, and then you throw James Houston at him, and he just beats him off the jump because he's not ready for that kind of quickness, that kind of speed yet.
I'm trying to find his stats for. I know his college numbers were like fucking insane. Because now it's kind of fucked up that the big time universities have it unlocked like that. But I'm pulling up his college stats. It's only giving me the stuff when he was in Florida. I know like the sack numbers from like when he was at Jackson State were like, bro, they were ridiculous. They were stupid. I'm gonna find them right now. Hold on. No, maybe I won't.
I mean, everywhere he goes, the guy makes things happen, and Houston ultimately transferred to Jackson State. In his only season with the Tigers, he recorded 70 tackles, 24.5 tackles for loss, 16.5 sacks.
There it is.
7 forced fumbles and an interception.
Dude, when you put it on the film too, it was ridiculous.
The guy, bro.
It was like if Chris were to line up against 8th graders out there. Yeah. He fucking like, what the fuck?
Dominate.
The guy is a freak of nature, man. He was born to play on Sundays.
It's crazy because like you see those things and you think of like the competition level and you're like, okay, yeah, maybe he should look like that. But like after having James Houston come here and do what he did, and it's a different sport, but Steph Curry, I know there's disrespect on him for doing what he did at Davidson. They both translate to the league so far. Obviously for James Houston, he's still got like more to prove, but both that stuff translates to the league. It kind of goes back to that quote by Troy Weaver. You know, it's elite. Yeah. It looks both good at the grocery store and in church.
Yeah. You know, butchered that one, but yeah.
You know it's elite right there.
You know it's elite when you see something.
You ever seen Tommy
like
Boy?
Yeah.
You ever seen a butcher's asshole?
Yeah. It's right. When you see that kind of talent, when you see that kind of ability, it's Like, you can't teach that shit. That is God-given, just athleticism, body control, and freakish ability. And James Houston next year, man, I'm expecting a lot out of the kid.
That's why, like, when I was going off about our Jared Goff stats, like, I really think that, like, I'm agreeing with you. Like, the touchdowns could possibly be up there, and I think he'll still be clean on the interceptions because I think a lot of the situations the Detroit Lions will be in are great ones. I'm talking about the offense specifically because if the defense is out there performing like we think they can perform, like they're on pace to perform, he's going to beat the ball a lot.
Like, people that don't follow the Detroit Lions,
yeah,
like, I don't think they know how much better this defense is going to be next year.
People think I'm playing it safe with going top 7 for the offense.
Yeah,
I'll get dangerous and go in turnovers for the Detroit Lions defense.
Yeah,
top 7 again. I'll go top 7 again.
Top 3.
Fuck it, top 3
in turnovers.
Yeah, you crazy?
Yeah,
all right,
3.
fuck it. I'll go top 5, but I'm not beating your top 3.
Yeah, top in turnovers, top 3. With the playmakers you got in the backfield, man.
Yeah.
Fucking Kirby Joseph, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, Tracy Walker coming back. You got to give Jack Campbell an interception or 2, and then that defensive line.
I forgot about that.
That defensive line giving an extra second because of the guys you got back there locking down receivers.
Yeah,
they're gonna cause some forced fumbles. Like, we know Kirby Joseph lays the fucking boom on people and punches the ball out. Tracy Walker lays the boom on people. Cam Sutton's not afraid to step up and make it hit. Emmanuel Mosley, same thing. Like, this defense is going to be fun to fucking watch next year. I'm excited for it, man.
This entire team, man. It is a tough schedule, though, because I remember we went to go try a shot on Adam Rank from last week, and I pulled up the teams he did have us losing to, outside of, like, the Bears and Vikings. I was like, okay, I can see that.
Yeah,
All right,
it's a tough schedule
there
for
were some
sure.
good teams on there.
But you're a good team.
Yeah.
And the NFL, it doesn't matter. I don't want to say, like, schedule doesn't matter, but, like, you can win or lose at any given week in the NFL. It's any given Sunday for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't expect to go out and get shit stomped by the fucking Panthers last year.
No.
But guess what? That's what happens.
Oh, that drives me fucking crazy.
Sometimes you catch a team on a bad day. Sometimes you catch a team on a good day.
And that's what that game was, too. Real quick, because you bring me a whole other thing, a whole other rabbit hole. When people try to, like, discredit, like, what the defense turned around and ended up being last year, I'm talking about the Detroit Lions defense, and I want to bring up the Panthers as an example.
Yeah,
like,
it was an outlier.
Yeah, like, that shit happens,
Yes.
bro. I don't know what the fuck you, like, you thought that shit was going to be perfect all year?
Yeah, they can't stop the run because of what happened to the Panthers. Yeah, what happened to Dalvin Cook? What happened to Saquon Barkley? What happened to Aaron Jones? Like, they shut those guys down.
Did the Bengals lose one of the Steelers last year at the beginning of the year? I think the Bengals started
0-3, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
It happens, man. The NFL is the biggest sport where it's just like, fuck it, anything can happen because everybody on that field is so fucking good and they're such great athletes. And when shit clicks in the NFL, like, it's different. The NBA is different because one guy can go off for 40 and you know that guy's going to be going crazy every game.
Yeah.
The NFL, if you're waking up feeling good and your offensive line is feeling good and your running backs feel like,
yeah,
it doesn't matter how good the other team is, they're not going to be able to stop you because every play in the NFL is designed to score a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
So if everybody does their job, you're going to get good results from it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like, some days you just wake up and you woke up ready for action, boss. Like, they go out there and they make shit happen.
Yeah. I mean, matchups are a thing, too.
Matchups are a thing, too, but I feel like in the NFL, like, that goes out the window more than any other sport.
Yeah. I mean, the Colts beat the Chiefs last year, too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That don't mean shit.
Fucking Tennessee almost beat the Chiefs throwing the ball like 6 times.
Yeah, you're right.
With
fucking Malik Willis.
Malik Willis.
I remember that. I was like, ain't no way it's about to happen.
Yeah.
And the fucked up part was we couldn't even talk shit because, like, Malik wasn't doing dick. Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
That's why I think what's his name's a dog-ass coach.
Mike Vrabel?
Yeah, Mike Vrabel's a good-ass coach.
He's a good coach.
You ever see him get fired soon? Because I don't think things are looking too good for them in the future.
I don't know.
Gotta fix that D right now, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. You feel me?
No.
I don't know.
No. No, I do not. But we'll see, man. We'll see. All I know, the Lions are going to be fun to watch. They're going to make a lot of plays, and they've got the talent to go toe-to-toe with anybody in the league.
What point in the year
Anybody.
are we allowed to do?
Anybody in the fucking league. Coming for heads. Kansas City, week 1. Patrick Mahomes.
To this
Under
day.
30% completion percentage. Under 200 yards. 3 interceptions. Lions win by 40.
To this day.
Tripping.
Yeah, I know. That was a joke.
Speaking of on the weapons list, I think the Chiefs were actually, I think I wrote down here somewhere.
Yeah, they shouldn't be that high.
No, they were like 19th.
Yeah.
The Chiefs were the Chiefs were low.
I mean, they got Travis Kelce and Kadarius Toney.
What do you think the Bears were?
12.
Do you think they have better weapons than the Lions or no?
Without Jameson Williams, I think their receiving core is better.
They're 17th, one behind the Detroit Lions.
Okay.
And then, Chris, is there one in there for the Vikings real quick?
Yeah. You want me to throw it up?
Yeah, because I don't remember. I didn't see what that one was. I think JB just sent it.
All right.
Yeah, let's see these.
This is part one of it.
Six?
Wow.
Thielen's not even on the team anymore. Okay, yeah, for Jordan Addison. I like KJ Osborne, but like, come on, what the fuck?
And they're ranked fifth and fourth the last 2 years before that.
That's crazy to keep that consistency, and then not have it executed. Because what are the Vikings rank in total offense? I wonder. I'm gonna pull it up right now. I get TJ Hawkinson, I get Justin Jefferson, and I get Jordan Addison, but we don't have
saying TJ before Justin Jefferson is wild.
Well, I'll just go across the board.
I get
That is
TJ
funny.
Hawkinson.
No, I feel you.
Definitely TJ Hawkinson, their best weapon.
Vikings offense ranking. I'm gonna look up.
It's I mean, it's a little high.
I'm looking for the rankings right now. Actually, the rankings did have to go probably be a little bit high last year because Jefferson had himself a fucking year.
6 is pretty crazy though.
Yeah, I don't think are they better than the Lions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, you're right.
That's all you need.
Yeah, you're right.
Dude's probably the best weapon in the NFL.
What I did see is Falcons. Falcons were 10th on that list. I thought that was crazy, but then we started naming them. Okay.
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts.
Drake
I forgot
London.
Drake London. Drake London looked really fucking good last
Bijan
year.
Robinson.
Mm-hmm. Tyler Algier.
Yeah. They got another receiver too. I can't remember.
And then the Jags were 9th.
Who's their
I
tight
didn't really
ends?
agree with the Jags being 9th. The tight ends for Falcons?
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts.
Oh yeah, duh.
Jags were 9th. I got this to say about Calvin Ridley. I'm not saying he's bad, but is he like good enough to put the Jags 9th with only having him, Christian Kirk, Travis Etienne? There's another running back.
I don't think the Falcons should be that high.
I don't think the Falcons should be that high.
You want to
either.
hear the receivers after Drake London?
No, I'm just kidding. Who?
Mac Hollins, Scotty Miller, Kadarrell Hodge.
Oh wow.
Frank Darby, Penny Hart.
So no, maybe they shouldn't be 10th.
No.
What about the Jags? You put the Jags for me?
Yeah.
Because they had the 9th. I want to say this about the Calvin Ridley situation. I was going. It was like.
I mean, Calvin Ridley, Christian Kirk had a great year last year. ETN's really good.
But with Calvin Ridley, how much of him was being on the same field as Julio Jones?
I think
for a lot
Calvin
of his
Ridley's a
career?
dog.
Like dog?
Yeah.
We're gonna see.
Let's see. Calvin Ridley, Zay Jones, Christian Kirk.
I forgot they got Zay Jones too.
Evan Ingram. Travis Etienne.
They re-signed Evan Ingram.
Yeah.
Fuck. You want a hot take?
Oh wait, no, he's.
Oh, Evan Ingram's gone.
No, he's not gone. I just don't know if they re-signed him or not. Yeah.
He might still be in the free agent list. I'll look right now. Either way, you want my hot take?
I like Etienne a lot.
I've already kind of said it before.
Huh.
Jacksonville Jaguars, top
Damn, they got
3 seed in the AFC next year.
They got good running backs.
Who?
Travis Etienne. They drafted Tank Bigsby. They got JaMychal Hasty and Dearness Johnson.
That's some dog ass running backs.
Yeah, that's a good 4, man.
No, Evan Ingram's still on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Fucking their money.
Yeah, the Jags are gonna be good next
Top 3 seed in the AFC next year. Book it.
year. Yeah, guess who's gonna be number 2? The Houston Texans, because they're winning the division.
No.
Let me tell you guys about Big Boy. Because Strawberry Fest is back at Big Boy. Try the classic breakfast items like some strawberry hotcakes or mouth-watering red velvet waffle. If you're not feeling breakfast, try the strawberry bacon chicken wrap or cool off with the refreshing summer splash salad. And don't forget to grab dessert, including their berry delicious classic strawberry pie, deep-fried vanilla Oreos, or strawberry hot fudge cake, and more at the Big Boy.
All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
By now you know me, Christina Schnari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live at WoodwardSports.com. Easy, Spinny.
Hello.
Chrissy. Jay Bussy. Hit the like button if you guys haven't already. 5-star reviews on podcast platforms. The Detroit Lions has new power rankings come out lately. What?
Oh, Jay Bussy gets
you every time.
It's funny.
Chris, can you throw this one up? This is actually what we were supposed to talk about last segment. I apologize, guys.
Yeah, this
Lions
is
number 4.
Pro Football Talk.
Nice.
Postseason power rankings. After everything that's gone down already.
Nice.
Eagles 1, Niners 2, Cowboys 3, and then the Lions. They've got the Vikings over the Seahawks.
That's wild.
And the Packers at 8.
Hold on. No. The Bucks at 10.
The Bucks at 10.
What the fuck? Where's that coming from?
Baby goat loaded.
Baby goat, Baker Goatfield.
I got.
This is pretty.
Let's take this one.
Yeah, the Bucks at 10. Like, what the fuck? The Bucks are tanking.
I don't even understand how. Hold on. Like, Pro Football Talk was essentially just Mike Florio. This is Mike Florio's rankings. He has the Bucks at 10.
Bucks at 10.
You're the one that found this. Is there an article piece with this or no?
They just posted the list.
It's on their socials. I have to hear someone's explanation for having the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 10th on that list.
Yeah.
That is fucking insane. What are you doing?
I mean, I guess the NFC's pretty weak, but
no,
not that weak.
Not that fucking.
Not that weak.
They're supposed to. They're among the weakest of the weak. Hold on, go back up there one more time. I think the Washington Commanders were kind of respectful last year, although I have a new quarterback. We don't know what that's going to look like. Let's see. No Commanders. The Saints are on there. There's 2 NFC South teams. The NFC South was atrocious last year. Although I do think that the Saints can make a jump.
The Seahawks should be at 5.
Bro, the Bucks over.
Yeah. I feel like the top 5 would be pretty clear in my eyes.
Yeah.
You also had this Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp coming back for the Rams.
Yeah.
That's wild.
They should switch the Seahawks with the Giants. Or just put the Seahawks at 5 and then move the Giants and everybody else down.
My top 10. I'm doing one live right now.
All right.
My top 10 power
Easy.
rankings.
Would you put the Bears over the Buccaneers?
Yeah, I would. I would for sure. Well, I mean, the Bucs still got a good defense.
They got playmakers.
Yeah, Mike Evans.
Chris Godwin.
But here's the thing, too. You guys know this by now, too, if you listen to the show often. I'm a big on coaching. I like Todd Bowles as a defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
He's never proven anything as a head coach.
Would you put the Panthers over the Bucks?
For sure.
I don't know.
No,
For sure.
I wouldn't. Because you made a great point. The Bucs do have great weapons. Mike Evans, Godwin.
Yeah, there's really.
Who was that running
That's
back
what I'm saying.
that
The
had show
NFC's
from
pretty
last year?
weak.
All right, here's mine. 49ers, number 1. Eagles, 2. I feel like a dirty motherfucker doing this, but Detroit Lions, number 3. Cowboys, 4. I like New York, 5.
Yeah.
I think there's some arguments there based off coach that New York could be higher because they finally got some weapons now, too.
No way New York's over Seattle.
I'm just saying, I like Brian Daboll. He's a good coach.
So is Pete Carroll.
Not better than Dan Campbell. Did they play each other last year?
Seattle and New York?
I don't think they did.
I don't know.
I hope they do this year to solve that answer. Easily Seattle, number 6. Vikings just aren't in there at all for me.
They have to be. There's literally, like, you got to put the whole NFC South in there if you're not putting the Vikings.
What number am I at right now?
6.
6?
Well, you did.
You did 6.
You did 6.
Yeah, so I'm at 7.
Yeah.
Rams at 7.
Rams at 7?
Yeah. What do you mean Rams at 7? They just won the Super Bowl.
2 years ago. and they just had 5 wins last year.
But what happened last year?
I mean, Cooper
They
Kupp was
lost
there
their starting quarterback
for a lot of it.
No, he wasn't. Cooper Kupp went out like halfway through the season.
They lost Jalen Ramsey though.
No, Jalen Ramsey stayed. They lost Aaron Donald.
Well, yeah, they lost Jalen Ramsey. Next, like they don't have Jalen Ramsey.
Oh,
anymore.
they don't have Jalen Ramsey.
That's what I mean.
I mean, they still have what widely considered the best football player and I mean best defensive football player in the NFL right now. 7. I go Packers.
You mean 8?
Well, I'm at 8. I thought I was at 6.
You did the Rams 7.
Yeah,
Oh, I
you
did
did
Rams
Rams.
7. 8. Go Packers. 9.
You gotta put the Saints. in.
Saints.
Yeah.
10. I'll throw Vikings 10. They can be my top 10. So I number 1 Niners, 2 Eagles,
Yeah.
3 Lions, 4 Cowboys. Number 5 I had Giants. Sorry, I'm writing it down for myself. I apologize. 6 Hawks, 7 Rams, 8 Saints, right?
Mm-hmm.
9. Who the fuck did I put 9? I just said it too. I mean, I didn't even give a fuck. Oh, Packers. And then finished off with the Vikings.
Ryan's reaction says I switched the Lions and Seahawks on the list, basically.
So he'd have the Lions at 6?
Yeah.
That's fair. You're right, though. Maybe the Seahawks should be at 5.
I'm definitely putting them at 5. I might put them at 4.
Okay.
I'm going Niners, Eagles,
El Gauss are drinking that line Kool-Aid. I mean, I am.
Niners, Eagles, Cowboys, Lions, Seahawks.
So Lions are 3?
4.
These are the type of things we should do before shows. This is our fault.
What's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7. I'll put.
I think. I mean, I'm obviously skeptical about
I'll
Jared
put the
Goff.
Saints 7.
Saints 7.
Yeah. 8. I'll do the Bucks. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, it did get hard. The Bucks.
Yeah.
The Bucks could actually end up in the top 10. I
8,
don't hate
I'll
it after
do
actually sitting down there and doing it.
Vikings.
It just feels weird to say.
2 more. You put the Rams in there.
I don't understand how the Rams can't be in there. Like, yeah, they won 5 games last year, but they literally did not have Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, or Aaron Donald.
They're going to be 3rd in their division, though.
This year, they're going to be 3rd in their division?
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
No, they're going to have a better record
I'm
than
not.
the Seahawks or the Niners?
Brother, Sean McVay has only had 1 losing
Do
season.
you think they'll have a
his
better
entire
record
career.
than the Seahawks or the Niners?
I think they have a better record than the Seahawks, yes.
No.
The 49ers, no.
Not a chance.
But I don't understand why we're at not a chance. Do you not know who these people are? You never heard of Sean McVay? He's only had 1 losing season in his entire career. It was last year we lost half the team.
Never heard of him.
It's I don't for people
Sounds
to
like a
sleep on
guy
the
who wasted on the GOAT's potential.
Huh?
Sounds like a guy who wasted the GOAT's potential and then traded him.
Yeah. Sounds like a guy who took that fucker to the Super Bowl. That's what it sounds like.
No, I think
Sean
the
McVay is
Rams
him,
will be
bro.
3rd in their division this year.
I think you're crazy.
You think I'm crazy for thinking the Seahawks and Niners are going to be better than the
crazy.
Rams?
Yes.
You put them higher in your rankings too.
But I think you're crazy.
You put the Seahawks and Niners ahead of the
I'll
Rams in
switch
your
it.
rankings.
I'll switch it right now.
Oh, you're just arguing.
2 spots.
Yeah, now you're just doing it facetiously.
No, I'll switch. No, I'm just sick of the disrespect for the Rams.
Nice usage.
Thank you.
Nice usage. Shut the fuck up.
It's not
Nice.
disrespect. They lost.
It's disrespect. You're the one disrespecting.
How is it disrespect saying those 2 teams are better than the
Okay.
Rams?
Here's a resume.
That's disrespect.
Here's a resume for Sean McVay. Full sheet of paper, right? Of accomplishments. Like,
Yeah.
like you put accomplishments in a
You
resume.
mean that sheet of paper that has the Seahawks and the Niners ahead of them?
This
sheet
piece of paper is the Sean McVay's resume.
But it's disrespectful when I say it.
And then here's Geno Smith's.
What about Pete Carroll's?
I'm generous in half of it.
What about Pete Carroll's?
That's all right. Pete Carroll's got a good resume.
Yeah, a better resume
Geno
than
Smith, not so much.
Probably the same, if not better resume than Sean McVay.
Here's Geno Smith's.
So you trust Matt Stafford to do it again? With that
Over
offensive,
Geno Smith?
with that offensive line we saw
Over
last
Geno
year?
Smith? Absolutely, yes.
I don't know why you're comparing quarterback to head coach resume instead of head coach to head
quarterback
coach
and
resume.
head coach resume. You want me to put Pete Carroll over Sean McVay? Sean McVay and Pete Carroll have been in the same division for a very long time. Sean McVay been whooping Pete Carroll.
Yeah, and they have the
It's
same
been
amount of
going
Super Bowls, same amount of Super Bowl trips.
That's fine. One's been fucking in the NFL for like 20 fucking years. The other guy's been in the NFL for six or seven.
I just don't think.
Not even.
I just think you're arguing for the sake of arguing. Like, you put them ahead of them too, but it's crazy for me to say it.
Yeah, it is. I switched it. I've already switched it. My whole point is to disrespect the Rams. Like they didn't just win the Super Bowl 2 years ago, and to pinpoint the season they had last year. This is not even fair to do. They had fucking nobody healthy on the team.
Let me see their depth chart.
The Rams?
Yeah.
Don't even matter what it is. That's why I pulled out Sean McVay's resume.
Yeah, you want to hear their secondary?
Yeah.
Robert Rochelle, Jordan Fuller, Russ Yeast, and Kobe Durant.
Kobe Durant's gonna be dog.
Name me, one of those players.
I like Kobe Durant.
You don't know who Kobe Durant is.
I do.
Their defensive line.
Yeah.
Kobe Turner.
Okay.
Bobby Brown III.
Oh.
Aaron Donald. Byron Young.
Listen, Bobby Brown III. If he's anything like his daddy.
Sleeper.
Their offensive line. Joe Noteboom.
I got another for the offensive line.
Steve Avila.
Okay. Yeah.
Draft pick.
That's a good
Brian
draft pick.
Allen. Coleman Shelton. Rob Havenstein.
You don't know about Havenstein?
The Rams are cooked, bro.
You don't know about Havenstein,
The Rams are cooked.
bro?
They have 3 good players.
I bet they either split the division next year with the Seahawks.
The Seahawks beat them twice.
All right. We betting.
I don't know. Something
good. Food.
The disrespect to Havenstein
The disrespect to Havenstein.
Yeah, the disrespect to Havenstein is like off this world right now.
What was his name? Sorry, fucking. 1 second. I gotta go back to make sure I get it right. I don't want to disrespect him. The best free safety in the game, Russ Yeast.
Brother.
Can't forget about him making plays back there.
This is both to you, Brandon Bowlesby. I didn't say shit about their roster outside of Cooper Kupp, Matthew Stafford.
Well,
and
they
Aaron
need a
Donald,
roster to
who are
win
great.
games, man.
That's fine. That's what they've been going to work. Sean McVay.
That's not what they've been going to war with when they won the Super Bowl. Their Super Bowl was littered with Pro
has
Bowlers.
one losing season. No, they've always had a couple stars and a couple. But the stars were stars. Stars were fucking studs.
Dude, the roster they went to the Super Bowl with Jared Goff, littered with Pro Bowlers. The roster they won the Super Bowl with, littered with come on, man. This is the worst roster Sean McVay's had by far.
His first year coaching. This one's better than that for sure. Although Aaron Donald was still on that.
Russ Yeast.
That's fine, bro. I don't care.
Rob Havenstein.
Listen.
GOAT.
You want to do me a favor? Pull up the New York Giants roster from last year. Good coaching makes up for a lot. Sean McVay's a goddamn good coach.
Their defense had studs.
Pull it up. Guys that had a lot of good years. First time the New York Giants. They lost their.
What was it, 2022?
I'm pretty sure they lost their defensive coordinator, by the way. I think Wink Martindale left. Nonetheless, though, good coaching makes up for a lot. And Sean McVay's a damn good coach. Only one losing season his entire career.
But they had Dexter Lawrence, Leonard Williams, Kayvon Thibodeau.
Kayvon was that like that last year.
You love Kayvon. Stop
I
arguing.
I think Kayvon's be lit. I ain't argue. Sean McVay's a good coach. I've always said.
I'm not saying he's not a good coach. I'm saying it's a bad team. And they're going to be 3rd in their division, which isn't crazy.
It's not crazy.
Thank you.
It's not crazy. I'll back off on that one. But I definitely think you're disrespecting Sean McVay.
I think you're throwing Sean McVay. You're gawking Sean McVay.
How am I gawking him? How many losing seasons has he ever had, Spinning?
1. Out of what? 6 years?
So, and he's existed in the same division with who before? Pete Carroll.
And the roster deficit has never been this outweighed before?
The shittiest version of the Rams last year almost beat the Seattle Seahawks.
Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand
and you arguably say, a lot of Detroit Lions fans will argue that the Rams got fucked in that situation too. You're sleeping on the GOAT, young GOAT.
He's not the GOAT. He's nowhere near the GOAT.
Sean McVay is 100% the young GOAT. What do you mean?
No, he's not.
What do you mean nowhere near the young GOAT? This guy's done... The short time he's been in the NFL has been Super Bowl twice, won one.
Yeah, that's fair.
Come on now. I still love you, though.
I don't think he's not the GOAT.
I don't know why people disrespect that, man. It makes no sense. Tell about SMA.
He's not the GOAT.
He's baby GOAT. I didn't say he's a GOAT.
You did say the GOAT.
Say he's the baby GOAT.
And then you said young GOAT.
Yeah, young GOAT.
You said you're disrespecting the GOAT. Young GOAT. Who's better, him or Kyle Shanahan?
What? Don't we got?
I know you love Kyle Shanahan.
Oh,
If you disrespect Harvenstein, you may need.
Yeah, if you don't know who...
Heads up, Shanahan owns him.
Shanahan does own him. Fuck, what was his name? Something Rust. Then you might need Yeast. Then you might need SMA or the sports marketing agency to help spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. If you or someone you know is struggling, head to thesportsma.com and get the help you deserve.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
At work and at home. We're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
It's crazy. You can type in the Rams Super Bowl roster and so give me Jared Goff before Matthew Stafford and the boys who actually won the fucking thing. That's insane.
What was this dude, 2021?
Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. My boys, join my guys, Spin More Rex, Chris,
I got it
JB
right here.
Smooth. You said what?
I got it right here.
All right. But you're not going to read the no names. You're just going to read the big names.
I mean, there's a lot more big names than no names.
All right. I got it too. Shout out to Pro Football Reference. Because Darrell Henderson was a fantastic running back.
Yeah.
Bobby Tree's dead.
What about Cam Akers and Sony Michel? Are they fantastic?
David Edwards. Brian Allen, the one you just respected. He's on that roster. Austin Corbett. That's how you say that. Havenstein.
Rob Havenstein.
Was on that Super Bowl winning roster.
Yeah, he was.
Ashawn Robinson. We're familiar with him. Greg Gaines. Fucking stud.
Oh, so you're just reading the no names and not Aaron Donald,
I'm
Von
100%
Miller,
reading
Jalen Ramsey,
Absolutely.
Jordan, Leonard Floyd.
No names exist on that roster just like they do this year too. Troy Reader, stud. Kenny Young, monster. Leonard Floyd's good. Leonard Floyd's also gone for them this year. Darius Williams. Jordan Fuller was there on that one too.
Yeah. Jordan Fuller, Jalen Ramsey, Leonard Floyd, Von Miller, Aaron Donald, Ashawn Robinson. Robert Woods was actually good back then.
Disrespecting
Cooper
the baby
Kupp.
goat. That's all I'm saying.
Odell Beckham Jr. They added
Disrespecting
somebody
the
else.
baby goat.
They added
That's
somebody
all.
else.
Still got moves to
Don't
be
sit
made, too.
here and try to tell me that this roster is as good as the one they had when they won the Super Bowl. It's not fucking true. You can't tell me that.
I'm not telling you that.
Not even close.
No one's saying that.
Then why bring it up?
Because there's no names on that roster too.
Yeah, not as many no names that are on the roster this year. Every team's going to have some no names, but not every team is going to have 5 Hall of Famers on it.
There's half the names you disrespect in that one were also on that Super Bowl roster. That's
Yeah,
all.
and they look better when they're playing next to guys who are going to be in the Hall of Fame. But now the guys
It's fine.
aren't going to be in the Hall of Fame, aren't there, they're going to look like the no names they are.
That's fine. They were good at playing the Super Bowl. This guy's only had one losing season. It's crazy. And I'm not. And it's not like pointed directly at you, although you are one of them. It seems to be. But the disrespect on Sean McVay is fucking insane. That guy's been coaching his ass off the day he fucking stepped foot as a head coach. And that back actually when they moved fresh over from St. Louis. Yeah, all you guys in the chat could throw all your kinds of fits. I know you guys are biased. You think Jared Goff carried that team and all that other shit. Sean McVay is him, the youngest Super Bowl winning head coach of all time for a reason. Dude's damn good at what he does. But speaking of Sean McVay,
He is, but he's going to have a bad year, and they're going to finish third in their division.
we'll see. We gonna see.
Harveststein hasn't even got started yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You disrespecting Harveststein.
Harvest fucking rusty in the defensive backfield.
Looking back though at the Stafford trade for Jared Goff before they won the Super Bowl, Sean McVay,
Mhm.
shout out. 33-3 team, actually
33-3
team.
Yeah.
They put up the. There's still some more draft picks to be made. No, the 5th round pick. No, they got traded for Martin.
Yeah, I got traded for Broderick Martin. So you end up with Fontu Melifonwu, Jared Goff, Jameson Williams, Josh Pascal, Jahmyr Gibbs, Sam Laporta, and Broderick Martin. All that for Matty Ice Stafford.
Win-win. I mean,
win-win.
It's a win-win.
We won that trade.
How did the Lions win that trade?
Yeah.
They won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but the
You
Lions,
play to win the
Lions
game.
weren't going to win a Super Bowl with Matt Stafford.
Brother,
They're closer to winning a Super Bowl with this roster
Brother.
than they were with Matt Stafford.
the Detroit Lions have never even made the playoffs with their beneficiary from the trade.
Yeah, and it's been 2 years.
Playoffs?
Brother,
They
won
half the,
the
guys on here haven't
Super
played a
Bowl.
game yet. Yeah, I know.
That's what you play for.
No, yeah, I'm not saying they lost the trade, but the Lions got more out of it.
But the Rams won the trade.
You just said it was a win-win.
It is a win-win. But you just said, come on now, the Lions won the trade.
Lions got a better haul.
Would you trade all that for a Super Bowl ring?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Come on.
In a heartbeat.
Stop doing this.
Is this team right now better than it was Matthew Stafford's last year?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Not even close. 10 times better.
They weren't winning a Super Bowl with Stafford.
To be honest, I guess we can't say anything yet because you got to see Jahmyr Gibbs, Sam Laporta on the field. If you
And
made a with
Broderick
an actual healthy season.
And
his-
Jameson Williams.
Yeah, JMO too. So everyone knows Detroit Lions are that way. I don't know if it's necessarily because of the trade. Although Jared Goff actually was part of that trade.
Yeah.
Who the fuck who's in this situation if not him?
It's your boy.
Who?
Jared Goff.
No. I'm saying like if he wasn't a part of that, like, who do you think would be the Detroit Lions quarterback had he not been a part of that trade?
I don't know.
Justin Fields?
Oh, they would have drafted somebody?
Yeah. You think?
Yeah, they would have used that. Well, they would have drafted a quarterback instead of Hutch.
To be fair, Jared Goff did help him get Hutch.
Yeah.
A really bad year first year.
They would have had to draft a quarterback.
It's a win-win, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you trade all that for a Super Bowl, but the Lions weren't winning a Super Bowl with Stafford.
I don't know. Dan Campbell's pretty fucking sick.
You
Dan Campbell, Ben Johnson are pretty fucking sick.
Come
What do
on
you mean? Look at what they're doing with Jared Goff. You think they do the same for Stafford?
I mean, yeah, I think they'd make Stafford better, but
I think
the
sometimes
roster wouldn't be as complete.
No, for sure.
They wouldn't have been able to make all those moves.
You're
and
100%
get all those
right.
players. They still would have had Trey Flowers and Jamie Collins.
But to be fair, in that argument, as much as I love him, how much did Josh Pascal really contributed to this point? As much as we love him, how much did JMO really contribute to this point?
Mm-hmm.
And same can be said for Iffy Melifonwu. Like, yeah, they had a good. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, Stafford had one good year.
No, I'm saying,
I'm
but
just kidding.
oh, I'm about to say, I'm a big coach guy. Obviously, you see me batting there for Sean McVay. But I think Dan Campbell with Matthew Stafford, you'd probably be looking at a similar situation. You
Yeah.
probably wouldn't be as high on the future, but I mean, the plethora of draft picks fucking blessed us, bro. Those rookie contracts really do mean a lot. They really do.
And that's why we have a better roster than the Rams right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue that. I mean, it's the same way like Justin
Fucking
Jefferson.
Rusty Nail. He's a stud.
The same way Justin Jefferson jumps up the Vikings to like that top 10. Aaron fucking Donald, bro.
Penny Sewell.
Cooper Kupp, Matthew Stafford.
Ross St.
The
Brown.
combination of the two
Jared
of them.
Goff.
Who's their tight end heading this year?
Tyler Higbee.
Tyler Higbee.
He's solid.
Solid.
Yeah.
But I'd still say, yeah, Lions have a better roster.
Yes.
It's more just fucking clean.
It's more complete.
Yeah.
They're not starting Taylor Rust.
And
Or Rusty Nail.
Taylor Rust.
Whatever his name is.
Detroit Lions head coach Dan Campbell.
Watch him have a Pro Bowl season.
Almost beat that Super Bowl winning team in LA.
Yeah.
Back
when they had a
Stewart.
shit roster.
Yeah. Fucking almost did it. Jared Goff fucked it up. I'll blame it.
So maybe Sean McVay's not as good of a coach as you think.
No, he's a very good coach.
Russ Yeast.
But you know who else? Oh, you're really going for? There's really a Russ in there.
Yeah, I forgot.
I thought it was
Russ.
bullshit.
Russ Yeast. That's the Rams starting free safety this year.
He's a dog, dude. You ever fucking heard of Russ East?
Never heard of him.
Easy wasn't a Lions fan rooting for Matthew Stafford.
I was rooting for Stafford.
Everybody's rooting for Matthew Stafford.
Yeah. I love Stafford.
There'd be no reason to root against Matthew Stafford.
I mean, the draft pick, but I wanted to see him win one. I was
No,
happy
for sure.
for him. Stafford's my guy. I love Stafford.
I don't even understand.
But it was time to move on for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they did. It was a great trade.
Easy wants that Goff and Gal threesome.
Gal Gadot.
Goff and oh man,
She's so fucking fine.
I'd sign up for that one.
I'd climb her like a tree.
Levi O has been a bust. I don't think he was part of the trade though. He wasn't on that list.
And I don't want the world to believe me.
I'm sorry reading these comments.
Yeah, it's. You really think the Rams are going to be that good this year?
Yeah, I mean, I would
Better
not be
than
surprised.
the Seahawks.
I would not be surprised if they're better than the Seahawks now.
Well, you bet on it, so you better be more confident than that.
I am. I have one resume versus the other. Other one's projecting pretty fucking high.
That's fair.
And Senior McVay.
I think the Seahawks have an astronomically better roster.
Let me see. No, the Rams did beat them, I think.
I'll bet you a pizza on it easy that the Seahawks are better than the Rams.
Pretzel pizza?
We already made a bet, Chris.
I
You're
hope
not
so.
Included.
I hope so.
I want to be included.
Make one with JB. Maybe he likes the Rams. JB, you like the Rams?
JB, let's talk.
JB's like, bet? Oh, what are the odds? Do you like the Rams? Do you think they'll be better than the Seahawks, JB?
Oh, God, no.
Okay.
That's not going to happen.
All right.
Sorry, Chris.
Haha, Chris.
Wait, no, I said that the Seahawks are going to be better than the Rams.
Yeah, he said
Oh,
the
the
Rams
are terrible.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Okay.
He's the
I got
only
it
one
now.
who thinks the
I
opposite.
processed it now. I'm there. I'm with you guys.
The game that so the Seattle Seahawks beat them twice last year. Obviously, we all witnessed the last one where it went to overtime with that shit ass fucking. I don't even know who the quarterback was in that game.
Baker Mayfield.
Was it Baker?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's disgusting. Back when Chris
Better
jinxed the
than
Lions.
Stafford.
And then even early in the season, 27-23. Still a close game. Before then, spanked. Pete Carroll's record versus Sean McVay. That's why I just Googled.
Well, let me tell you guys about Planet Fitness while Easy tries to defend his take. Planet Fitness
I'm
is the
not
home of the
trying to defend
judgment-free zone where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere starting at just $10 a month. Or you can upgrade to the Black Card for $24.99 and get use of all amenities. If you're a high school student ages of 14 to 19, you can work out for free until August 31st. And you have a chance to win a piece of $200,000 that Planet Fitness is giving away. All you have to do is film a TikTok video, post it, use a couple hashtags, tag Planet Fitness, and you can be entered for your chance to win a piece. Find out more at planetfitness.com, where you can sign up for your membership, or you can just drive in to any Planet Fitness around the area and sign up there. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
Big Boy Strawberry Fest has officially arrived, and we're here to show you the very best flavors of the season. Satisfy your sweet tooth with our deep-fried vanilla Oreos, strawberry hot fudge cake, and a slice of our classic strawberry pie. But that's not all. Cool off on a refreshing summer splash salad, or savor the flavors of our chicken Caesar wrap and strawberry bacon chicken wrap. And for breakfast lovers, don't miss out on our strawberry hotcakes or our mouth-watering red velvet waffle. Strawberry Fest is something for everyone. Celebrate the sweet season with us at Big Boy.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights, live on WoodwardSports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on audio platforms, leave a 5-star review.
Please.
For the man to my left, he is Speak Easy. I am Spencer Raxter. We've got Chris and Jay Bussy in the booths.
Stop.
Yeah.
What do you think
That's
is
what Bob Dylan sounds like.
what's more likely to happen? Rams finish second in the NFC West, or Packers finish second in the NFC North?
Packers.
Chris?
Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Packers on that one. That's a good question though, because I think both are super unlikely.
JB?
That was probably Packers.
Yeah.
I can't see them finishing anywhere close to second in NFC West.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll probably take Packers too.
Yeah, for sure. Because the Vikings are fraudulent.
Very
And
fraudulent.
the Seahawks have a very good team.
Although you have the Vikings too, don't you?
Yeah. But I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I'd be very surprised if the Rams finished second. I wouldn't be surprised if the Packers did. The Packers could be better than the Vikings, but I don't see the Rams beating the Seahawks.
Like similar to the Vikings getting their asses whooped by. The Vikings are probably. Yeah, no, that's not even a good question actually. I was gonna put out the.
Denver Blair said I sound like Captain Kirk.
Yeah, he's trying to do Bob Dylan. Did you?
That is what Bob Dylan sounds like.
In that one song. All right, the only reason we're talking about Bob Dylan, someone in the chat said.
Sam Flannel said he's better than Bob Seger today.
No. What's another Bob Dylan song?
He's got a lot of songs.
See if you have to Google it though.
Yeah.
It's Bob Seger. I wish Sam Flannel was here. I know he's become ready with that
Like
one.
a Rolling Stone. Mr. Tambourine Man.
Yeah.
I know he's got a song called like Leopard Print Hat or something. That woman was wearing a leopard print hat.
That's fucking not even good.
That's what Bob Dylan sounds like. He's a good
No, he's not.
He's a good songwriter, but Bob's the fucking man, dude.
Yeah.
That's all Bob has to do.
No, I don't like me. That's
he does in all of his songs.
I feel kind of disrespectful Bob Seger. Right
No, man, that's the best part of all his songs.
Stop! No, stop it! No, he doesn't do that.
Yes, he does. Go listen to a fucking Bob Seger
We'll listen
song.
right after this fucking show. Stop! He doesn't sound like that.
That's what he does, man. Bob grunts, man. I fucking love it. He's got those Seger grunts. Running against the wind.
I can't wait to listen to that song.
Yeah, running against the wind. And then he just says random shit. What's the Cowboys ride? Still running against the wind.
All right. Give me
Waiting on the thunder.
Give me
Waiting on the thunder. Night moves. Woke last night to the sound of thunder. That's a good song.
I was waiting to keep going. Sing the Bob Dylan song.
I don't know.
Like I know the voice, but I don't know the song.
Bob Dylan, best song. I'll look up the lyrics.
Chris, you gotta know. You listen to records with your dad.
Yeah, but you know what? My parents are on to Bob Seger, but I've never really like dove into.
No, dude, not Bob
I only know
Seger.
the
You know
I
Bob
know.
Seger
And
songs.
Bob Dylan's never really been played around in my house. Like that's
Bob Dylan's like shit you fall asleep to. Let's see.
It's stuff I know. I know that's a big name. I know it's a big deal. I know there's talent there.
number
I just
one
haven't
ranked song.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
Like a Rolling Stone.
How's that go? I think I should- yeah.
Let me see.
I've never
that's
seen
Bob
this guy in my
Seger.
life.
Once upon a time, you were just so fine. Threw the bums in a dime in your prime, didn't you? Like a Rolling Stone. That's what Bob Dylan sounds like, man.
Close the show, please.
Neil Young is cool. Old man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you were. You never heard that song?
No.
Old Man by Neil Young? That's a fucking great song.
I might have. I feel like you're just bad at singing. No offense.
No, that's a great song.
Like the Bob Dylan thing.
That's what Bob Dylan sounds like,
no,
bro.
it's not what it
I'm
sounds
telling you it is.
That's
Well, now we're going around here. We're going to find somebody to drink some beer.
that's Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
What was the
what you said.
conversation
No, I said
we
Bob
had
Seger.
No, you said Bob Dylan.
recently? What was the
That
conversation
is
we
what
had
Bob
recently
Seger is
where,
too, though.
where one of you two was arguing? No, that's exactly what this impression was. Was it easy
Charles
with Charles
Barkley,
Barkley?
yeah.
Yeah.
My Charles Barkley is close to Charles Barkley. Yeah, then that is the Bob
No, bro.
Seger. Like
Come on,
I,
chat.
that's so
Chat,
disrespectful.
you guys know Seeger grunts like that, man.
He grunts, but not that.
Still running
Whatever
against the
you're
wind.
doing is not what Bob Seger does. Stop
I'm
doing
telling-
it. It
I'm-
doesn't make it any better.
I'm telling you,
You're
bro.
not helping your case.
That's what Bob does, man. Bob just fucking grunts and yells, and
Jesus
I fucking love
Christ,
it. He's a madman.
Oh my God.
Oh
Please.
man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you were. That's a great song.
I don't know. Chat. Give me Bob Dylan songs to listen to, I guess. And,
No, don't listen to Bob Dylan. Listen to more Bob Seger and listen to Grunt.
I'm gonna listen to Bob Seger immediately after the show.
Ah!
I'm putting on Night Moves.
Night Moves.
Night Moves is definitely a
Moves.
grunt. But I'm do rock and roll.
All I'm saying is Bob Seger's the man. And that shit pissed me off when Flannel was saying that shit. See? Tyler Shavot. I thought Spenny was Bob Seger.
Nailed it.
Yeah, you know, that's what he does. I'm telling you,
guys
that's
do
what
have the
he
same
does.
hairdo. I'll give
You
you
guys
that.
know that's what he does. Everybody knows that's what he does.
It's a different-
Apollo says my favorite white artist is Michael Jackson. You can't play that right now. We're
No, I
gonna
know.
get flagged.
I know. Bombs.
I was rescued by a giraffe. I can't. Thank you.
I'm gonna circle on my paper every time I hear
Steve-O Baby says, the way Spenny grunts, it looks like he's got to poop. That's fair. But that'll do it for us today. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on the audio platforms, leave a 5-star review. For the man to my left, the one and only Speakeasy, I'm Spencer Raxter. We're happy to bring this show to you. We've got JB Smooth and Chris Platty on the ones and twos. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace. Waiting on the thunder.